Not bragging, but you know my steez. I'm not from the era of R8 or PDC. You may not know me, but more I put the ton in Brixton for real. 28 gorilla, my familiar.
Done a little bit of work yesterday, didn't we? So
Yeah, come on.
I woke up kind of late today, but
So you got,
to get the job done, innit?
so you got some serious people in the building.
Yeah, I got some serious people in the building. They're gonna introduce themselves in a minute.
Yeah.
You say, Mac?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
Busy. Yeah.
Right, guns?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. So anyway, today we're gonna talk about something that I've seen in the online social media lately. What's that guy's name? True Geordie. He was something about Islamophobia. He said something as what did he say? Some kind of
What's
that?
Andrew Tate blowing himself up
blowing
and all
himself
that.
up
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And obviously he's apologised today, innit?
Oh, okay.
He's put an apology, but
Still
don't know.
lost his job, innit?
No, he's a YouTuber.
They fired him from something.
Who did
Yeah, whatever it was.
No, I think
Yeah.
he lost his sponsorship or something.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
But I think that show,
Okay.
that's a particular show that he was
The
on.
podcast is going.
Podcast.
Is that
True
closed down
Geordie.
yet?
Yeah, they got him out there.
Are you
True
sure?
Geordie? No, I watched him today.
He probably did his own thing, but
Oh.
they're cancelling him.
Oh, was he on something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it says he's been cancelled.
Yeah.
That's what it did say.
Who said that?
It said that on an advertisement.
Which advertisement?
Just in the stories, YouTube stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
YouTube stories.
But you don't know. You might.
Could just be a headline grabber.
Yeah, people just put lies out, innit? You don't know
Mm.
what's true, what's not
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
innit?
Could
So,
just be a headline grabber.
yeah,
Mm.
people, you're gone.
No, I feel like right now they're trying to create some sort of division
Mm.
amongst people because it's like they get someone to be a certain way rude or whatever, then they cancel them, and when they cancel them, it gives them more popularity, and then it's just like I don't know if the cancelling is working.
Manipulate. It's
It's like that thing when you ban things, isn't it? When you ban things,
Yeah.
people more want to see it.
Exactly. Ban it on TV, people go and search for it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It actually come to you.
Mm.
It come direct to you, innit?
Say
After
that.
that.
Say that again.
So-
Is it just because he took Shahadi the other day?
I didn't even know that he talks about it the other day.
Yeah.
You know, like the way he talks about it, like maybe he's been a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
maybe
No,
he was before.
No, he wasn't. He
Because I
wasn't.
So how
remember
come
him
he just took
arguing.
his shahada the other day?
No, he wasn't a Muslim.
Did he take it because he
I
got
remember
cancelled?
him arguing points.
No,
Maybe
he
it was
just
something
became
that's a
Muslim.
private thing.
He just became Muslim, innit?
You sure?
Recently,
Yeah.
Well, he's
You don't know why he done it?
But he
He's a
recently-
believer, bro.
He recently
Yes.
announced
Yeah.
that he's Muslim.
Definitely
He
sure about
believes,
that.
yeah, bro. He's a man. He talks about bruv, he's very clued up and he understands. He will say things like, bruv, this is a battle between good and evil, bro.
Mm.
Like he understands the war that's at play, and
Mhm.
he's a man because he's got a lot of paper. He's like an independent male, innit? Like we're stuck in the system, bro.
Mm.
So he can hop on his jet, fly here, fly there, do this, do that. So he's actually, a threat to the establishment in regards to like the power he's got and the influence he's got over young children. You know what I'm saying? They tried to shut
I
down.
don't think he's got influence over young
I don't
children.
think
No,
so.
bruv, they
he's
bruv,
got-
they
he's
do
got-
young
he's popular.
people.
He's
Bruv,
popular.
young people
Very-
love him.
he's popular.
Young bruv.
He's popular.
Bruv, he's
People
bruv,
just probably just like how extreme is what he
He's
says.
popular.
Like it's just funny. It's a
bruv,
joke.
I'm talking about
popular.
before he was a Muslim.
Mm.
But he's got mad paper, bro. That's kids, boys, young boys love. He's got mad paper. He's on boats with.
But there's a lot of people
Models.
that's
So
got
you
paper.
know, you said he got
Kid-
my paper 3 times. So.
No, but that's what people love, though.
No, they don't.
Bruv, I'm telling you, they
Do
do.
you love paper?
Bruv, I love paper.
So you love people with paper.
I don't love all people with paper, but I love paper, though. I love what paper can do.
Because he's got it though.
I love what paper can do. If you ain't got no paper,
Yeah.
you can't do nothing.
Yes, you can. You can do many things.
Mm.
What can you do without paper?
Love.
Love.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you, for example, if you can't provide for your wife,
Yeah.
is love gonna make her stay with you?
Love will provide more than paper will. Because paper, just someone sitting on paper in jail.
No.
Someone sitting on paper in
I know what
jail.
you. I know what you mean. Money can't buy happiness.
No, but love's
it can't-
conditional, bro.
You think so?
Love's
Money
conditional.
can't
bro.
buy
No,
happiness.
there's conditional love. Like this.
Yeah, I know so.
The love's
Mm.
a mother's love is unconditional. Everyone else's love is conditional, bro. If you can't provide your wife with of certain things,
Yeah.
bruv, she's
But
not
your
gonna stay
love's not
with you.
supposed to be dependent on how someone else loves you.
Say that again.
Your love's not supposed to be dependent on how someone else loves you.
Okay.
Your love should be from within.
Yeah, but realistically,
Not realistic.
if you can't feed your wife, and this man can feed her,
Yeah.
who's she staying with, bro?
That's got nothing to do with love.
If you can't protect her,
That's got nothing
if you
to
can't
do with
protect
love.
her,
I get
no,
what
but
you're
that's what I'm saying.
saying.
It's got nothing to do with love.
A lot
Love,
of people know what. A lot of people don't know what love is.
Exactly.
love ain't keeping
So
people
I know.
together.
I know what you're talking about. Still, they got distorted idea of what they think love is.
Yeah, there's something.
And it's warped, and it's warping the minds of a lot of you.
So
a
what
lot
is
of people
love?
out here.
Can you tell me what love is? Break down what love is. Yeah, what is love?
Gratitude,
Okay.
appreciation,
Okay.
Sincerity.
Patience.
patience.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you might be right, he might be right.
Kind.
In a sense that, you know
Caring.
what?
Okay.
What you're
Kind,
saying
caring,
is how it's supposed to be.
appreciation.
The problem
Okay.
is,
That's
the-
what
It-
he's
it- but it's-
asking
that's-
me.
yes,
He
but that's-
asked me what love
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
the reality
That's
of
how it's
people
supposed
today,
to be. But the
What
reality
Ubaidullah
is
was trying
been
to say, though.
distorted.
I don't think that is. I think that's if that's what we put out there, we will never
Yeah.
come around the people that have the original form of love.
Mm.
Like, it exists. But it's
I
not
agree with you. I
frequency.
agree with you, bro.
Mm.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
love's real.
Definitely, it's been distorted.
Yeah.
It's been corrupted in favor of what the people in power want it to be, because they're void of it,
Yeah.
and so they want the people that follow them to be void of it.
But
So when they see genuine love,
yeah.
they try to fight and say, no, that's not.
So have you felt real love?
We've been taught.
Yeah, for my family,
Have you felt real love? Yeah.
for my family, I know what genuine love is meant to be.
Yeah.
However, through westernization, materialism, capitalism, designer brands, and things that sparkle that they dangle in front of people,
Yeah, but bro-
what they've done, they've created a level of insecurity to say that you
Yeah, but
should
bro.
chase something, and that will
Yeah, but
bring
bro.
you the
Yeah, but
love
bro.
or the happiness
Bro.
you're looking for. But money can't buy happiness,
Not everybody thinks like that.
and not everyone thinks like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
bro.
not everybody thinks like
No.
that. Some people think money can buy happiness.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying money can buy happiness.
Mm.
I'm saying instinctually as a man, before there was money, it's like, alright, before there was money, if you can't go and hunt and kill the food and bring it to your woman, and he can hunt and kill it, if you can't defend your wife from the animal coming and killing her, or defend your pack, your tribe, and he can, bro, she's going with him, bro.
But that's not for love.
That's not for
No,
love.
but that's for survival.
That's for
That's for
survival.
survival.
We can't equate the same.
So
it's not the same.
So
see
we're
this love
talking
thing.
about love.
I
We're
think the
talking about
love
love.
thing. I think the love thing is some Disney fantasy thing. I think that's what love is. That's that's something that's a Western.
No, I felt love before.
Yeah, it should-
no.
it should
No
experience
fantasy.
it.
No, I'm saying
I
love.
felt
The
like-
feeling of
experience.
love
Yeah.
is
It's
real, but I'm
experience.
saying
I
that
felt
love's
like-
conditional, bro.
You're talking about surviving. It's a whole different
No, but
concept.
for me,
That's a
love's
whole different-
conditional.
that's a
Love's
whole
conditional.
different concept.
If you
You
can't,
see what you've done,
if you
taking yourself off the subject, because what you've
Yeah.
done is, what you done in the first piece, yeah?
Yeah.
You said it was about paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the paper is what is about the survival. That's what you're talking about there.
Yeah.
But what they're talking about is love.
Love.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I hear what you're saying, because you're talking about paper is nowadays survival. Yeah, I get that. That's
Yeah, but
nowadays
it's-
you get in
yeah,
the
but
meat and get whatever. But however, you see the unconditional love that I have for my children, and the unconditional
But
love that I get back from
don't
them.
you need paper to show them
That
that?
ain't nothing to do with
No,
survival.
that ain't to do with paper. I can,
What comes with
my,
no, but, alright,
No, no, no.
what comes with your love? Protection,
yeah,
Don't cost no money.
providing.
yeah,
But there's a lot of things you got to do as a man to show your love.
100%.
Love is an action. Love ain't no
If you're
feeling.
missing
You
one of
don't
them,
have
you
to
don't
show
Love ain't no
that.
feeling.
The rest of them don't
If I
exist.
no, but look, if I say I
You're
love,
missing
if I say I love
You're
someone,
missing time.
if I say I love someone, yeah,
Exactly.
No, you're missing out on time. If I give my children time
Exactly.
and build
Nice
relationships
things
with them,
come in
Nice
time.
and the relationship that I
Advice,
build with them, the advice,
examples.
just being
no,
there.
it's true. No,
Everything,
that's
there's a
true.
lot that
Time
comes
is
in
worth
time.
more than money.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Time is worth more than
Do
anything.
you know there's been times where, like, imagine that, you know, like there's times when you're trying to get so much for your kids and that, yeah, that you don't end up spending no time with them.
No, it's,
Because
no,
you're
it's
busy
true.
And I've been
But
guilty of
I
that.
totally
So it's
agree
like-
with that, bro.
it's
Come
like,
on, give them
nah.
money. Give
Yeah,
them money.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
money,
yeah,
yeah,
I totally
money.
agree. I totally agree
And
with
it's
that.
like-
There's
I
no
totally
advice
agree
on
with
it.
that.
There's nothing in
I
there.
agree, but then you
And
see,
then times now I might come home with like money in my pocket.
Yeah.
But you see a day where I can just make £20, go to the market, buy meat, buy food, and
Cook some
Yeah.
food for the house.
Yeah.
Chill out, everyone.
Yeah,
Take
spend
some
time.
Take them to the park.
Yeah, no,
but-
it's true.
but
Spend
how
time
we
to
some
ball.
and
It's
then
true.
how that day feels.
That's
true.
love, bro.
But it's an action though. But that's my point though. It's an action, isn't it? It's
But
like
that's why I'm saying money, yeah, like money, you can be a lame. A lame with money is a lame with money. It didn't change that he was a lame. You know, that's why a lot of these rappers that we watch and that, they're lames in our face. It's like if some people are accepting their lameness because of their money. It's like you said in that episode, bust down, oh don't worry about it. Like, oh man's a rapist, bust down.
Yeah. Yeah, but imagine,
money
but
can't.
imagine if
money
you've got a
can't.
man that loves you, yeah, but he's got money. He can actually do more. I'll give you example.
Same.
Why not?
Because
You
money
talking
can't.
You
Money.
can provide more security. You can protect your family.
But look,
bruv.
I've done one thing in terms of, firstly, it's an emotion. It's not just the action, it's an emotion.
Okay, I'm talking about the actions.
But let's say an action.
Yeah.
Let's say a person hasn't got money, but he tells his kids, I love you.
Yeah.
He kisses his
That's
kids.
not enough for me.
He hugs his kids.
That's not enough for me.
But sometimes
That's not enough for me, bro. You can't stay at
What
home
did you
on
have?
benefits.
What did you
Bruv,
have when you was growing
you
up?
can't stay at home on
What did you have when you
benefits
was growing
saying
up?
you love me, bro.
What did you have growing
You
up?
can't know,
What if they
bro.
got health problems?
Huh?
What if they got health problems?
Then that's different then. If you got health
Well, there you
problems.
go.
But if you ain't got health problems
Mhm.
and you're a strong, fit person and you're telling me you love me, okay, well, how do you show me you love me?
Say as an example.
You show people you love them, innit? Love is an action.
But
I could say I love you because you know a lot of people say, oh, I love you, but it's like, bro, love is a word.
But they don't,
Man
they
be
don't
using
need
the
to
love.
show me financially though.
No, it don't have to just be financially.
It don't have to be.
No, it don't.
Everyone's
It
got
don't have
different love
to.
language.
No,
So-
alright, cool. It could be
Right.
in many, like I showed you. It could
Right.
be protecting you. Could be providing for the food.
But-
Because in Islam, a woman's right is that you clothe, feed, and shelter her. So it's like, bro, if you can't do those things for her, then bro,
but
you're
look-
not doing the duty of a man.
But look-
So that's how you show you
That's
show
another
her
conversation, though.
in your love.
it's
No,
it's
but
the
That's
same.
another conversation.
what I'm talking, well, for me, that's what it is. That's the criteria for me.
And that's how you
If
thinking
you
about it.
can't, if you
Yeah.
can't
What
do
misunderstanding
certain
about
things,
What's good about conversations is
That's why I be by
different
myself.
understandings.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
According to people's upbringing
That's what I was saying about myself.
and environment.
It's not what he's
That's
saying.
what I'm saying to you. See how layered it is. There's a lot of layers to it.
There's a lot of
And you
layers
can't, and one person just can't see.
But that's why
One person can't assume like
If
how
you-
their brain's ticking.
Yeah.
Automatically,
Everyone
your
else-
brain's tick like.
Exactly.
And you can't. No.
So then you've misunderstood someone's love. Because
Yes.
You just don't understand.
Because from your angle, it's
Go on,
this.
say that again, say that
From
again.
next angle, no. If you don't show them that, it's like, no, you don't love me.
Yeah, you don't love
Yeah.
me. End of.
If they don't do
You
what
just-
you wanted them to do,
Yeah.
if they don't give you the answer that you want them to,
Yeah, then-
you're
then-
like, hold on a second.
Yeah, yeah,
but-
yeah.
There's
No
so
change.
many ways you can get that twisted.
There's so
Not just
many.
money, all different ways you can get that
Miscommunicate.
twisted.
Yeah.
There's that one thing that's missing and you think you don't love me.
Yeah.
And you just mess up
But do you
because you think it's supposed to look like this.
Do you-
well,
do you think
everyone's
though-
interpretation of love's
do you
different,
think
innit?
though that the fact is, yeah, everyone, like you said, everyone's love is interpretation of love is different. But do you think that I'm not saying what you're saying isn't a reality to how the system is set up, but that's what it is. Because understand, people's mind frames, yeah, and why not showing enough love, that means on the other side. Because if your wife loves you and she knows that you do your best for her, yeah, then when you're at a down moment,
100%.
no,
I know.
When you're
My
at a
wife
down
loves
moment-
me by showing me she
No,
loves me.
but-
I don't need paper.
Hold on.
I don't need paper. Go on.
When you're at a down moment, she should still love you
100%.
because she knows that she trusts the plan.
100%.
She trusts the rotation. She trusts
100%.
she knows what's going to happen next.
Yeah, but eventually
Right.
there
But-
has to be some
yeah,
kind
no,
of
no,
physical
hun-
manifestation of your love.
100%.
You focus on
But
that too much.
It can't just be feeling, bro.
But that's,
It
but that's,
can't just
that's
be
the
feeling,
mind-
bro.
But don't you think that's the
It can't be
mindset
feeling. It has
that
to.
people
Your love
are
has to
being put?
manifest in reality, bro.
And see, isn't this
That's what
all?
I'm saying.
And this
I'm
is
not saying that that's not it's
Results.
Like, within every conversation, I feel like you said, there's layers to it. So my thing is like we figure out what's love first. You know, like once we figure out what's love, we figure out what love comes.
Loyalty,
What it comes with. Do you know what I'm saying? Because love's not just for your woman. Like, love's for your brother. Love's
children,
for your
family,
for
community.
your mother, your community.
Yeah.
And you see what you're saying is so interesting because it's down to
And I can love you
angles.
from a distance as well.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
down.
I
It's down. It's down to.
Yeah, but that love ain't good enough.
Check this.
That love ain't good enough.
Check
That's
this.
like a man being in jail and
That love ain't
his
good
children's
enough.
on the road and I love you, but it's like no, like you have to show me you love me.
Okay,
You have
check
to
this.
be-
Check this.
You
Check
can have the
this.
feeling
Check this.
of
And this is
love,
what- and this is
but
what-
what's
and this is-
that
and this is what's-
feeling of love gonna do if you
This
can't
is what's
do nothing to me?
interesting because it's
I
down.
might not
It's
speak to
it's
you, I
down.
might
It's
not
down.
hear from you, but if something happened to you, I'm there. I love you.
It's down.
Simple,
It's down.
bro.
It's down.
Don't need to be
But
there.
that's what I'm saying.
Something happened to
Yeah,
you.
but you're there.
No, but I'm saying,
That's
but I'm saying if something happens to you, I'm there. Something might not happen to you. So what does that mean? I don't love you?
No, but if something
see, what's
happens, that's a key
No,
word. You
but
said
if it doesn't happen to you,
I'm gonna
do I
be
not
there.
love you?
No, but if you're not there, if you don't show physical
Yeah, but I'm saying if it
manifestation,
don't happen, do I not love you now? It's not enough.
if what? If you
This
don't
is what's-
show up, yeah, that means you don't love me.
No.
If you
No,
say
if
you
it
love
doesn't
me,
happen.
if you say you love me,
No, if nothing happens to you and I don't get a chance to perform that,
okay.
you're gonna sit there and think I don't love you.
No, I wouldn't think that.
Yes. You must.
No.
You want facts.
No.
You do. You want things. And those things you can see.
What's
Manifestation.
No,
So I'm saying
'cause
if nothing happens to you, and I don't get a chance to show that.
No, but I'm sure.
You're not gonna believe
But
I
I'm
don't
sure
love
there'll
you.
be other things that you do that will make you know. No. I'm sure. From a distance, for example, you might be paying for my school. You might be paying for my school.
Wait.
That's good.
I'm trying to relate it to
Islamophobia, get it back.
no.
Yeah, let's get back to
get back
Islamophobia.
but I'm saying that.
Yeah, man.
Get back to it. I'm saying this is a perfect example. One person thinks one way, one person thinks another way about the same thing. Then you got Islam and Islamophobia. Your interpretation of Islam and experience of Islam might not be the same experience as another person's interpretation and experience of Islam. Because from the person that's extreme and wants to carry out terrorist attacks in the name of Islam, they think they're right. The person that's not
But
extreme,
like we said earlier, like you saying,
the person that's Muslim and not extreme, he's looking at that one is crazy.
But the focus, and it's almost like the definition for terrorism is like exclusively for Muslims. That's what
That don't
it
make
is.
no sense.
Yeah, because
And bro, the most terrorism being done by the people that's saying that no Muslims are terrorists,
the West.
but they're the ones that's done all the. Like we said earlier, man lied. Man went on TV and said, yeah, they got bombs, and that's why the whole world went and killed millions of people for a lie.
But
For a
nations,
lie.
nations. Let's
That's
say,
that's terrorism, bro.
Are the Ku Klux Klan terrorists?
yes, they are.
Right. So
But
what I've
if-
never understood is why
Why they're not called
when
terrorists?
a Muslim commits a crime,
Christian terrorists.
Christian
Yeah,
terrorists,
they're
yeah.
Christian terrorists.
Why don't
Yeah.
say Christian
when a
terrorists?
Muslim commits
Christian
a crime,
radicals.
we don't discuss.
There's no Christian, yeah.
You don't discuss the religion of someone that does something unless they're Muslim. So if you've
Has to be
got
Islam.
so if you've got like a Christian that does something, they don't
They don't
even
talk about his
question it.
religion.
Yeah, like he does some. Maybe he slaughters bare people. This little white kids in America, he goes around with a machine gun and kills loads of
Yeah, his
people.
religion ain't
No one,
discussed.
his religion never comes into
school
it.
shooters.
Most times
but-
they would say
yeah.
he's mentally not well.
Yes.
That's what
It's an
that
excuse.
would be.
for
Well,
them.
well,
It's
remember
a
you
justification.
got
for
to
this.
remember at this present time, as well as that it's sensitive to say certain things because of cancellation, etc. There's also
And why?
these nations.
Why would you be cancelled?
These nations,
Because the
and
people who control the media.
Yeah, but these nations, they got beef. You know what I'm
Which
saying to you?
nations? Which
the
nations?
West has got beef with the Muslim world,
Okay.
or the Muslim world's got beef with the West. So
They
No,
both got beef with each
they
other.
both got beef with each
We ain't
other.
got-
So
we
when
got beef. They got
But
beef.
yeah,
they got
however,
beef with the truth.
however
They
you
got beef with the
however
truth.
you want to call it, they got historical beef. Historical beef.
No, they
Alright.
got
in the day.
they
From back
got
in the day.
historical beef.
Back in the days.
From back in the day.
Back in the days,
So
they got beef. This ain't new beef.
so it's not new beef. So if let's say in the Middle East,
It's just
they're gonna present
Beast been
yeah.
going on for years.
Okay,
They-
since
in
the
the
time of Adam.
in the
Since the first man.
in the
Yeah,
Middle
yeah.
East,
Yeah, no.
they,
Good
when they
versus
present the media
Yeah.
to their people,
Yeah.
they're gonna speak. Oh,
Lying.
the West is like
Lying.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Lying.
I'm not saying they're lying.
They are lying.
I'm just saying that the Middle
The word
East.
they use is radical.
Yeah, I'm saying the mid. But I'm talking about the mid. I'm talking about
Islamists.
I'm talking about people in the Middle East.
Radical
People.
Islamists.
When they're presenting news to their people, they might be saying something about the West, like "Yo, keep out for them people." There, and then the West is like, "Yo," when they're presenting their news, they say, Westerners, keep away from them.
Definitely.
Be careful with the
That's
Middle
just how
Eastern
it
people.
goes,
It's just how it goes.
That's just how it
So I
goes.
know there's gonna be somewhat of a bias. But
One of the things I was saying earlier
Yeah.
to yourself and Ubaydullah, Quincy wasn't here, in terms of, look, you guys are from the black community. You can relate to and understand what's happened to the black community being demonized.
100%.
Yeah, see a group of young blacks, okay, they're up to no good. Stop and search. The black community has been through what the Muslim community is going through now. The black community is still going through it.
Yes.
So to understand Islamophobia for the black community should be easy. They're demonizing the Muslims, targeting the Muslims, the prevent agenda, where they can take a kid out because the kid might say something. They had it was like a primary school. The kid drew a picture of a cucumber and a knife. The teacher said, "What's this?" He said, "Cook or bomb."
Cook on bomb.
That's a very powerful, and that's a very, very powerful.
Where did this happen? Sorry. Where
It's
did
a
this-
primary school in the UK.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
you
a very
got a
powerful
cucumber
analogy
and a knife.
because
So what is this? It's a cooker bomb.
Cucumber bomb.
Cucumber
bomb.
It's a
My
very-
dad's
what
trying.
is it, a Muslim?
He was trying. It was a Muslim.
A Muslim child.
Another kid. Where'd you live? I live in a terraced house. You know what he's trying to say?
So who was saying that? The teacher or the child?
Terrorist.
Child.
Terrorist.
He's trying to say that, but it's like a
Terrorist.
primary. You can't say it
You see?
properly. You know what call and prevent team means.
See?
So what the Muslim community, look, I was telling them earlier on, because I'm from South London, so I'm telling Muslim leaders and Muslims, the black community's been through a lot. Understand their struggles, support their struggles. No. Until I remember being in a discussion with the imams, and I said, so after the prevent, kids are being taken away. I said, do you understand what the black community's been through? What's happening now? They've already been through that. They've already been.
But again, like I said to you, when they've given us titles that we accepted, like they call us black, we're not black.
Gangs.
Yes. We spoke about that earlier.
Yes.
Thank
you.
I have to say this so much.
Thank
it's
you.
annoying.
We're not even
But-
identity.
There's more depth to us than just
What's that?
colour.
Nation branding
Yeah.
and
Categorization.
categorization
But
and all these type of
If they
things.
tell you to say something you're not and you agree with it, then you're already doing it.
But
We're all brown. Sorry, let me just get this over. We're all brown. And even us as brown people found a way to separate ourselves. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and even in different ways, because like sometimes the Asian people think they've got a different experience to us, and they've got exactly the same experience to us. But we've allowed someone else to separate us. And
In
so
this
like
country. In this land.
Not just, I said anywhere Western.
That's where.
Anywhere Western.
Because- and
That's what I'm
then
saying.
The problem is that we're sitting in these Western countries asking for them to give us different acceptances. Why? We ain't even got there in our countries yet.
Yeah.
Like, our countries ain't got to the place where we've accepted everybody.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah.
come here. And
Are we not
because
still recovering?
no, because of the rules that they have here, we become spoiled.
Or we're still recovering?
Entirely.
Recovering from what?
Colonialism and
No,
slavery.
that's what I said.
Entirely.
That stuff never happened to you in the way they told you.
It did.
No, it didn't.
How do you know?
You're saying it never happened,
Yeah.
but
How
we are
do you
feeling
know?
weird because I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Because we're in the West and we're feeling the effects of it. As much as there is,
No,
is
but
that,
we
hold
talk
on,
about
Is that-
colonialism.
but as much as but
That didn't
that.
happen. What about I said that didn't happen in the way they said it?
Yeah.
What-
Yes.
Well,
Can
it might
you
not.
explain
It might
that?
not.
Can you explain
Go
that?
explain
Okay,
it.
history is their story, not our story.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So
Okay.
if we want to start talking about our story, again, if I just talk to you lot in the room today, every single one of us has got an individual history. We've got
That's correct.
Individual relatives,
Yep.
like great grandparents, grandparents, and all of that stuff. We can all tell a story that tells an amazing story
Yeah.
that does not connect us.
Yeah.
You understand? They want to make us think that we're all connected. So, and we think it's a good thing to all be connected.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
But that's how we lose our
that
culture and our
okay,
identity.
yeah. It's like they want to basically, like they call it the blue jeans era. Everyone's got to be wearing the same clothes, doing the same thing.
But you claim black.
Yeah.
You didn't claim where you're from.
No, but even that's an issue. Yeah, because
There's
it's
some
like you're.
Caribbean people that
Yeah.
got taken there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
What colour were the people going to be there anyway?
Yeah,
With that
yeah.
sun looking down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
see,
So,
But to them, that's what you are, though. To them, you're just
see.
black.
Who's them?
No, but I'm saying to the people who rule,
No,
the people
no,
in
no,
charge.
Why have we given them this
No,
power?
hold on.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
see,
I'm
we're
saying,
still
what I'm saying,
recovering. We're still
they
recovering.
categorize
We're
us
still-
as a
The whole-
colour.
the whole
Yeah,
thing about
we're just a
slavery-
colour.
Slavery started in Europe, yeah?
Did it?
Slavery started in Europe.
Did it?
Yeah.
Modern slavery. you're
No,
talking about.
every
What about modern slavery?
civilization, every
Can I
civilization.
finish this before you even challenge me? The word slaves comes from Yugoslavia. They took so many slaves from Yugoslavs
Okay.
that it became the word Slavs. It came because they just took so many people from Yugoslavia. Could do your research if you don't believe. You know what I'm saying? So,
No,
so the word
what
was Slavs.
what era was
before.
this? What year was this? Like
This is before anything that they
1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I'm saying what kind of timeline we're talking about.
All I can
Slavic
say- let me
peoples.
let me just give you these facts. The facts that are more important for you to know and our kids to know. Because I feel like we're passing on some depressing knowledge to our kids, thinking that they have to know, oh yes, slavery, like, about some miserable story that's not 100% true.
Yeah, I agree with
So like I say to
And if
you,
it's true, it's not true to everyone.
it's not true to it's just how they told it. You could never slave a tone.
Bruv,
Yeah, and
you know there's
some
black
of-
slave owners, you
some
know
of
that,
us-
innit?
Some of us, this
No, but finish
I
what you're
know
saying.
that.
Finish what
I
you're
didn't
saying.
get there.
Finish what you're saying. Finish
You
what you're
see?
saying.
But when you say that,
Man had
you start understanding
hundreds of slaves.
where we're going with
That
this.
man's a black man. So,
So-
slavery was a business, bro.
Slavery is still happening, bro. Like, it's not finished. This is what makes me laugh that everyone talks about it. Like, no, everyone's living freely.
Yeah.
Like, man,
Yeah.
But you're right. You are right, bro. You're right.
What,
You
see
are
when they
right.
locked us down? You see when they locked us down?
Yeah.
What was you?
What was
He
that?
was a prisoner.
No, I wasn't.
He was a prisoner.
I wasn't.
You
I
were.
wasn't.
Most people were
No,
No,
prisoners.
but you never let him answer. You asked him a question. You didn't let him
Michael leave the
answer.
country.
That's what I'm saying.
You let him answer.
Bro,
Let him
yeah,
answer.
this
What?
one.
You asked him a question. Let me respond. What?
Which one am I?
He said. when you was locked down, what was you?
See, in COVID times,
Yeah.
Free.
flu times.
See, he says he's free.
He was free where?
Into his experience, he was free. In his world, he was free.
Man that's in jail's free as well. Their mind's free. But I'm talking physically.
I can't speak for
Could you
anyone.
leave the country?
What's physically free?
I did.
Could you go into the
No,
shop?
but what's
I did.
physically free? You
I
said-
did. I went
don't
down
know
my
what to
thing.
do every day.
Yeah.
What
No, but I'm
is
saying
physically
they
free?
fence
My life
off.
didn't change.
No, but I'm saying they fence off the parts. You couldn't do what you wanted to do in it. Like,
No, I could.
okay.
We
I
didn't
never got
stop.
stopped. I never got stopped.
We didn't stop.
Not once.
We always doing what we're doing anyway. That's why when it comes to this situation,
We never stopped.
People's
we've
experience.
we put ourselves in a position to be able to. They can't stop us.
No, but I'm saying that's like you're saying about we're still in slavery.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, bro. It's like, bro.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying a lot of the dialogue they gave us, and we're inside.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. They
No, but
just,
I'm with you.
Yes.
Bro, I'm not no
Yeah.
slave.
yeah,
bruv,
they
I'm
create
with
a
you.
narrative. Yes,
Bruv,
because
I'm
the,
not pumping
because the
this,
conqueror
bro, I'm a
writes
slave, I'm a prisoner.
the conqueror
Bruv,
writes the
I was
history.
doing my
You
thing
know,
same
you
way.
know what?
I was doing my thing, bro.
People in our generation are saying they're light skinned because one of their grandparents got raped. Bro, come on, bro. Like, if I have a child
It's a
with
slave
white-
narrative.
Yeah, it is.
It's a slave narrative.
Because slavery is a mentality. It's not
Yeah,
a real story.
no, shoot, bruv,
And even if it was, we shouldn't be connecting
bruv.
ourselves to it.
Yeah.
In a way that they
Just
change.
because it sounds good.
We're everywhere. We're
Yeah.
all everywhere, and
Yeah.
we're all brown people. The
Yeah.
human race is brown. So, and they don't want us to say that because if we say the human race is
Bro,
brown,
who said they're all brown though? That's alienating. That's that you could.
But that's
call
gonna
that
aid
racism
them. But
as
then
well.
who
You
see,
call that racism.
you
Right.
got
Because now
okay,
you've
you
alienated
got
everyone.
Europe.
race is
You
brown.
got Europe.
No, but how's it?
So what colour? What
Everybody-
colour?
white
What colour are
people.
Caucasians?
White people are brown.
Caucasians are brown.
Oh, put them under the sun.
Yeah, but they're under the sun. Go to Russia. They live in
don't
the.
matter.
They live in the cold.
Tony Blair.
They're white.
We're going anywhere. We're going
No, but
anywhere.
you
darkness
We're
is
going
like-
nowhere with this. We're going nowhere with this.
Yeah.
As long as
So
the principle
we can't-
is everybody's one
We're going
race.
over this.
Well, everyone's one
That's
race.
fine.
We can say.
Fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
that's fine.
This is
But-
this is
Bro,
all
can I
going
give you?
somewhere
Can
else.
I give up?
It's going somewhere
Alright,
else.
but-
Can I just give you a quick
back on
fact?
track, man.
We'll
Yeah, let's
on
get back
track,
on the,
yeah? No, we're
Islamic-
dealing with the
Islamophobia.
slavery. We're dealing with the Islamophobia. We're dealing with the history of.
Islamophobia and slavery is not what it's two different things right now.
What was you saying? That
No, but it's
There's
oppression,
a
though,
whole-
isn't it?
Come on,
No,
this-
but we're talking about the
If
history
you
of
looked at
oppression.
if you looked at the
History of
definition,
oppression, bro.
check this. If we looked at the definition, of Islamophobia, just to
Yeah.
put things into perspective.
Yeah.
Islamophobia is the fear of, hatred of, or prejudice against the religion of Islam or Muslims in general, especially when seen as a geopolitical force or a source of terrorism. That's just basic.
Read that.
This is that first paragraph.
So what do you think about that, Iman? Islamophobia. What's your take
I mean,
on
look,
Islamophobia?
even in that definition, is Islamophobia. Why are you going to add terrorism to it? Why is that just towards Islam? And some Muslims even say, look, the term, like you're saying, the term black, who invented this? We had that discussion before.
Yeah, but
black.
see-
when
Yeah.
people in Africa, were they using black?
Yeah.
See, it was using. So look here now, why Islamophobia?
See,
Why do you want to attach that to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Islam?
And that's what it was kind of
You know what's interesting? Language.
Yes. And what you choose to accept.
Not only just that. We are in Britain, an English speaking country, where they use a language in a certain way because it's English. But the way people, let's say, in Africa that speak Zulu, their brain ticks different. Where how they the language is structured together ain't the same. How do people think in like India and they speak Gujarati? How they speak, not the same. The expression and terms they use. How does people speak in Arabia, Arabic? The way they tick and they think and expressions is not the same. So what we have now is the language and how it's being used and how it's interpreted and how it comes across out when it reaches someone's ear, like, oh, it comes across in such and such and such a way, or it makes me feel such and such a thing. Language is very important.
What is important? But what?
The way they choose to put their words together and express an idea doesn't always come across accurate.
It doesn't.
To,
So what they're
because
saying,
Islam
but
is
it's
not
accurate. No, but it's accurate because it's accurately saying, it's accurately trying to put a point across, and the point they're trying to put across is trying to say,
Be scared of
Muslims,
Islam.
like, be scared of
Be
Muslims.
scared of Islam.
Bro,
Yeah.
do you know there's a day for it?
There's a day for
March
it.
the 15th is International Day to combat Islamophobia.
Yeah, because we've
March
got
the
EDR members.
Did you know that?
You
I didn't know that.
got
Master 15 global.
March
Yeah?
the
That's that Black History Month.
Yeah.
You
isn't it?
got-
Again,
you got
it's
EDR
them
members.
trying to
You got
control
your system.
the rebellion.
yes.
You guys
Yes.
it's like Black History Month.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I
Don't
find
you-
it. I find it.
To me, yeah.
We're thinking about it.
Yeah.
They're going to make it like, oh yeah, we got to pay for it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We're trying to tackle it, but your whole system, system is Islamophobic.
How are you going to
Your whole institution.
What you don't fail to understand is
But they don't belong to
something I
this.
said in the beginning. What anything that is being controlled, anything that is being pushed, any narrative that's being set, someone's making money. So
you think that's what
through
Islamophobia
wars, through wars, no, I'm saying through wars and setting up people, pitching people against people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
You're pitching people against people. Oh, now we could go, like you were saying earlier on, was talking about that. You said that thing that bugged you out was when you heard Tony Blair and Hans Blix
saying that there was
Weapons of mass destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction
in
Iraq.
in Iraq.
Iraq.
And when they got over there,
they came back.
they bombed him. There was nothing.
There's nothing there.
But
He then resigned.
they've already taken all the oil.
Yeah.
They've already raided it. They've already destroyed the people's lives. They've already reconstructed the country.
That was an agenda. That was an agenda for them to
They was
do. it.
going to do it, but that's money and control.
Crazy though.
So that means the narrative that they set is to take power,
Yeah.
money and control.
Yeah.
And people are so silly
Yeah.
because they're so broke and we're so down and we're downtrodden and we're fed MTV and McDonald's and they ain't got nothing else to there's no hope. People don't see hope. So what do? They say, yeah, just blame them.
Yeah.
Even right now
Yeah.
in this country, people are sending people home on planes. People are getting rid of people from other countries. We've had what 2 prime ministers in what last what
Probably more.
Couple
Man.
months.
couple months. We've had 3 in 2 years or something like that. Yeah, and we had Liz Truss and
No,
Kwasi.
it was Boris.
Yeah, Boris,
Liz Truss,
and
and the new guy.
the new guy. Right, and all of them are
That's
idiots.
3 people.
And every single and all of them are idiots. All of them are idiots. The smartest one is the one that looks like the biggest idiot, which is Boris. Right. Because he's playing fool to catch mice.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So through all of this, these people have come into power. Yeah, they've done what they've done. We've got what's the phrase that they like to use nowadays? What's the crisis right now?
Economic recession,
No?
crisis.
Yes, recession.
Living crisis.
The cost of living crisis.
Living crisis.
Right?
There's
That
another
they
crisis.
caused.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
they
yeah.
caused.
Yeah.
Which they caused, by the way,
Yeah.
because they knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
There's
We've
marketing
got-
behind that.
Yeah, they marketed and everything. They
living
stated
crisis.
that you should leave the European
Cost of
Union
living.
how many months ago, and they told you that the NHS would be
Wow.
better and this would be better.
You say
and that
this
would be
has
better.
been orchestrated.
Yeah, it's all been orchestrated.
Wow.
Yeah, all of these things would be
Chess.
better.
This is
yeah,
chess.
all of these things
That's
would be
gonna
better,
come out
and everything
COVID.
is worse. And everything,
Recession.
everything is worse. Yeah, everything is worse.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got.
What are they getting us ready for, man?
It's all about money and power. It's not.
It's true.
No,
That is the
what are they
question.
getting us
bro.
ready? 'Cause remember, it's conditioning.
Yeah.
Whatever we're going through, they're conditioning us.
Yeah.
to
Word
What's
there,
coming?
condition.
Where are we going?
Well, what do the movies say? Because
Where we going?
normally the movies they
Think
show.
about it, it's down. Everything's
you
down.
used to-
and
You used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's true.
You get conditioned for something.
Manipulation.
This is nothing to them. They don't care about our feelings when they're doing these things.
Yeah.
There's an objective they're trying to fulfill, and they're fulfilling.
Yeah.
But what's the conditioning?
Yeah.
It's part of that, partly that, part of that, part of that.
Do you think they want you to believe in the creator?
No, that's what I said, they're fighting faith.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're fighting
Faith
your
in the
faith
creator, yeah.
in anything. How can you have faith if you can't? If they're making it hard for you? Now I need to just go and do
You
what I
break
need
your
to
will.
do.
Break your will.
forget
That's
faith.
right. That's
Break
right.
your
that's
will.
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bruv, do you know
Power-
the COVID thing?
I can't believe anything right now.
And I helping me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's what I think is because
Power.
it's a spiritual fight. This ain't
That's
no
it.
money.
That's right.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
enough money. These man
Yeah.
is computers. They
Yeah,
can just
yeah,
go bop, bop, bop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
Power-
run this shit.
Power and
Like,
power and
they
control.
printing money. Yeah,
Power
they don't-
and
Power-
control.
power-
No, power and control. Oh, like it's the fight between the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
battle of
Battle
the
of the
soul.
soul.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah.
when you see certain people,
Yeah, once
people
you
that's
give up.
really been through things, yeah, if you notice, they're more closer to God than people that have lack of experience.
Yes.
A guy that just goes to work and never had no issues in his
Yeah.
life.
So if you-
that guy that's not close to God.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? The routine just suited him. He went,
Yeah.
holiday. You know that?
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
If you can separate,
It's
if you can separate,
Yeah, it's
man
true.
from-
It's true. It's
If
true.
you
It's
separate
true.
man from God, yeah, what
Yeah.
do you have?
Nothing.
Right. And you have no hope.
No, there's no.
And you have no. So
And that's what they want
so,
you to let go
right.
of.
So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
So you don't fight against them.
Yeah.
And they
You
don't
break-
want you
you break your
to
will to
gain
fight.
They become your God.
Yes.
They don't want you
Yes.
to. They don't want you
Depend
to
on
gain.
them.
Yes.
But whose
Yeah.
trap is that?
The Superman thing.
No, but whose trap is
See
that?
this? They're the hero. See, like how they had that film Black Adam. So I'm looking at the film
I
like,
see that.
with The Rock,
Yeah,
yeah,
I see that.
Black Adam. I'm like, it's like wow, like some superhero thing. Like we're going to wait for this, like the jow, because you know we know about the Antichrist coming, you know. That could be what they're
That's what I said. I said,
conditioning
whose
people
plan
for.
is it?
Because the
Whose
Antichrist,
plan?
we believe in the Antichrist. Like, it says,
Antichrist
whose
is
plan?
like-
No, but no.
Whose
Wait,
plan?
no.
Antichrist has been here.
Wait, no.
Are you saying-
We've been
are you
told
making-
that he's a real man.
Are you
He's a
saying
real
these
man,
things
bro.
as a
Who's
general
plan did it
though?
all the time?
No.
I'm saying-
Because
some-
at times
some
he'll come.
can you not have?
When he
Hold on.
comes, the fitting on the world, bro. Like he's gonna basically say he's God, bro, and then people's gonna follow him,
But-
and he's gonna be given certain
Suppose he don't have
powers.
to say it. Because suppose he doesn't even have to say it. Whose plan is it to separate man from God? To pitch man against man,
It's a devil,
to
isn't it?
pitch man
Shaitan,
against man,
shaitan.
to put exactly.
Shaitan.
One thing,
Exactly.
Scarlett,
Shaitan.
so
Exactly.
let's say
But that's if you're
Quintus podcast in terms of, you know what, this is the vibes that we need to give to the masses. It's about positivity, it's about faith, it's about unity.
Of course.
End of the day, the oppressed,
Yeah.
there's no color
You
to the
can't.
oppressed.
You
I
can't break the
No.
will.
Yeah.
no, there's
Yeah.
not.
There is.
There is not.
Yeah.
No color to the oppressed.
There's not.
Going back to that, you know what? So we discussed before, like Muslim terrorism. Musa was mentioning some like 7/7, 9/11, and so on.
Yes.
Now, let's say if we go with that argument, keep in mind what's happened to the Iraqi people. ISIS came from Iraq. Yeah, yeah. When you brutalize the people, 1 million people, you've killed children.
Yeah, and then you
Kinda
call them
expect that,
and
yeah.
you call them
Understand?
terrorists as
People are
well.
gonna go a bit crazy. But also look, when people, Muslims, let's say they go to Muslim lands to fight and stuff, that's a problem. But now with Ukraine,
You can go Ukraine
You can
though.
go.
You can go
You
to
can go.
Ukraine.
I could go Ukraine now.
It's a very, very good point.
I say I'm fighting for
That's not
Ukraine.
terrorism.
Russia
very
That's
good
not
point.
terrorism.
invading Ukraine
But the
is
Syria.
an issue.
Can't
But
go
another
Syria.
country invading another country,
Wow.
America or someone,
Yeah.
that's no
You see
issue.
the
Who
favoritism.
decides this?
Favoritism.
Yeah.
Prejudice.
But again, my thing is like, for us,
Very good.
if
Yeah.
we sat back and let these people do what they're doing, yeah, and don't have no dialogue from anywhere else, well, you will feel like you're under pressure and under there, because you're taking the dialogue from one direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you travel and you sit down with people, there's a different dialogue everywhere. You know, there's a different dialogue in Africa. There's
Yeah.
a different dialogue in Asia. There's a different dialogue in Germany. There's a different
That's right,
dialogue
that's
in
right.
France. So I'm like, I didn't even know that you lot think like this, or you lot think like this, so you lot think like, you know,
Yeah.
like, so when you share, even
Yeah.
as we're sharing right now,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, different thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, maybe
Yeah.
it's not like that. You
Yeah.
know, and I feel like some of the things that we've been given, even
Lies.
how we look at things,
Yeah.
is part of that just that blending of
lies, bro.
thoughts.
Yeah.
That's why
Bruv,
there's
It's not that, it's
That's-
no individual.
That's why.
Bruv, you see, like
that's why
China.
there's a big attempt to control this, the phone and the TV and the airwaves. There's
I
a-
feel like, again, all of that stuff is neither here nor there. I feel like, see, like,
oh, it's very here.
No, it is.
very,
No, it is. It is.
very.
Hear
But
me
that
out.
can.
I'm
That's
saying
where
that you might-
that's the
Yeah.
opinion.
it's totally different.
The
That's-
opinion.
Okay.
Bruv,
And I would love to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, a lot of the things that they tell us is that is blocking us or bothering us, and the things that they're giving us to watch, it's not
It's
all
a
we need to watch.
distraction.
It's a distraction. Like, it doesn't matter whether someone can see where we are.
But it's manipulating your thoughts and your beliefs. Because
Yes.
you see, with children, why they putting transgenders and gays in schools and because they want to
Because that's
brainwash
their
your
agenda.
children because they're trying to
That's
take
their-
the
that's
minds
their-
of your
that's their
children.
agenda.
They're trying to take the
not knocking
belief.
that. I'm not knocking that.
Yeah,
I'm just
bro.
saying-
Listen to the news.
What we doing?
Marsh told me, said that in school now boys can dance to boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
like,
gay
look,
books,
Jay,
bro.
one thing you
Imagine if
mentioned,
they
you
tried
know
to
what?
make man dance with each other, man was young.
Other countries, you see the dialogue, you see, and that's good.
Yeah.
But I would say, it's like
Don't
Quincy,
tell him.
one of Quincy's podcasts was mentioned about a white guy, his
Yeah.
mate,
Yeah.
he'd have his back.
Yeah.
Asian youth, he would have his back.
Mhm.
Sometimes in London, you'll see more unity and understanding
Mhm.
compared to other lands. You can go to some lands and people are
He lands in England.
no, I'm talking about
Other
outside
countries.
other countries. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a milk.
What unity and understanding in which way do you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like to like
Like it.
Even
religions,
even the
Different
emotion of
races
love,
having
even the
religions
emotion
that
of
they're
love.
supporting each other.
okay,
Because you're living with a white neighbor.
yeah.
Yeah, your partner, your wife might be, your
Oh,
mum
so
might
you're
be
saying there's more like unity here? You think?
an understanding.
Me, I don't
It's
think so.
London. It's London.
I don't think so.
It's,
Maybe-
it's a multicultural city.
Yeah,
So
It's
but
ain't
it's
one of the
a
most.
it
It's
is.
one of
It is,
the
but I
highest
think
everyone.
people don't speak their mind here.
We don't need.
England's like a very-
No, but you're still allowed to live
Through-
around each
through-
other.
through
don't-
condition-
Yeah, no, but
through conditioning.
you live together. You're
Through
forced to
conditioning.
live next to each other, but
No,
I
we
don't
grow
like them
together
Muslims.
now. We
I
grow
don't like them
together.
Yeah,
Muslims
we
next
definitely
door.
going together.
I know what you mean, though, still.
There's
There's a lack.
Yeah, in the
All different type
hood,
of
in the
people.
hood, yeah. But if you go to like where the general people are, bro, that's how you got EDL and all these people, bro.
It's lazy now.
They're not feeling.
Even them, I feel like they should be able to have their voice. My thing
No,
is
they
that
should. I think they should.
We got so spoiled with England.
I think
that
they should.
We're looking at it like there should be no England radicalists.
Yeah.
Like in any
No,
of our
it's true.
countries, we know there's
Fight
going
for
to be
your,
man that's
fight
not.
for your people, bro.
Yeah.
Fight for your people.
You understand?
100% fight for your
Like,
people, bro.
Even this,
But Jake, they're a product created to cause also division. Remember, some of them been marginalized too.
but we,
No, but they're
every
being
single
That's why
manipulated
they
too.
feel
They're being
every-
manipulated
but every
too.
culture,
And by silencing their opinion and
Yeah.
silencing their
They should-
fight,
I just- yeah.
now that makes them blame black people, Muslims
Exactly,
even
I just
more.
feel like they should have
Because
a-
they're
they
saying
should have a
it's
voice.
Muslims' fault why you can't
Yeah.
talk. It's Muslims, black people's fault why
Yeah,
you
but
can't
that's
talk.
because
Let
that's
them,
what
let
they're
them
being
put their,
told.
let us all talk to each. Let me talk to
Let everyone
EDL.
have their-
Let
That's what
EDL
they're
talk
being
to you,
told,
and you find that you're both friends. You might be friends at the end of it, bro.
That's what they're being. No, but
And
that's what they're being
They're
told.
telling you EDL's enemy,
And why do
black power thing's enemy, Islam's enemy. Bro, can't we all sit down
Listen,
and
maybe
chat?
not.
You
They-
might
they-
find
they in the rich ones.
all cool.
They're living in ghettos too.
Yeah.
They're poor
The
working
poor
class
white,
as
the
well.
poor white always blame everyone. Same as poor blacks, blame
That's
everyone.
what I'm
It's the
saying.
white man, it's
Yeah, but you know
slavery,
what
it's a
they're saying
system.
right now?
That's my
It's a
point.
poverty mindset.
The white man's oppressed as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
White man can't do that
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
without
yeah.
being told he's racist.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
can't go nowhere.
Yeah, he's
It's true.
oppressed as well. He's like, right, I wasn't racist.
It's
I didn't
true.
do
I
these
didn't do
things.
nothing. I didn't do slavery. I didn't benefit off of slavery. Where's my paper?
But he's not allowed to even say certain things.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like, we make tunes saying, my nigga, my nigga.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
for them, they can't sing it.
Yeah. You feel me?
That's a bit
No, but it's true though, bro. It's true.
Very
There's things we
confusing.
can do
Very
and he can't
confusing.
do, and it's like,
And
Very
then that's what we
confusing,
get our
very.
little thrill and excitement. Yeah, you can't say that.
Yeah.
Because it's racism
Yeah.
is systemic. What the fuck?
It's
What the fuck?
a lot of
How
program.
come we don't take it like
That's
that?
all
You know?
of it.
It's a lot of
Because
program.
Anyone can say something little and say, oh, that's
It's a very good point.
yeah.
But then when they tell when we say something racist, we're telling them no, we ain't because I've had 400 years. 400.
Yeah, yeah.
400 years of what?
Yeah.
What colour was your people 400 years ago?
Don't even know.
Yeah, but then the flip
No, we know,
side.
we know.
Yeah, but bro, even the
Your-
flip side.
Your team might be the same. Masters, you know. White ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
By now, 400 years ago, mate.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of mixing.
A lot of mixes happened.
I don't know where they was.
But we,
True.
We're
but,
just talking about
but,
what you look like now.
no, but
It's true.
no, but we know that
That's it.
we know that
As
as
started whack.
Yeah.
we know
You know 400
we
years ago.
No,
but
it's
we
true.
know
Yeah.
what
Come on, bro.
what we
You could have
know.
went from
And I use
Africa
this-
back, Jamaica,
I use this-
Dominica, Brazil,
Sweden.
all over the world.
What we
Yeah.
know, and I use this knowing carefully, like what we've been told and things we've read and etc. passed down from grandparents down
His
to
story. His
yeah.
story.
Also
But what we
our
can talk about
grandparents
his
and so
story.
forth.
Where did you
Passed-
get your knowledge
Yeah.
from? Musa?
Yeah.
Where did you get your knowledge from?
It's a mixture of family and me going
The
to
Sun
scholars.
newspaper.
No,
No.
scholars.
Didn't you say you done some kind
The
of
Daily
study?
Mail.
What
Caribbean,
did you do?
studies. Caribbean studies and history down in
You done Caribbean studies in history.
what's
In
it?
that
London Metropolitan University.
How close is the Caribbean
Is
to
it?
Africa?
So
Really?
Yeah, what's
I
the
can't give you,
relation?
I can't give you the geographic specific.
But is it as far as they make it?
But how do we know the maps are even accurate?
The maps of
This is
the
the
maps.
thing.
The maps.
How do we
we had
know?
we had this.
He's got the documents.
Because
Yeah.
I've been told that the world's the other way round.
It
Yeah,
probably is.
but check this.
That,
What's
that
gonna
even
explain? What's gonna
psychologically,
explain?
they're at the bottom and we're at the top.
Yeah.
There you go.
But they want to put their Europe on the top of the map,
Yeah.
so that means they're superior,
But
and then everyone else is below the map.
You're making a good point. You're making. Listen, You're both
You
making.
don't realize that Europe's also
You look,
your
let me
place.
see.
Yeah.
explain.
All right.
Europe's what?
Europe's also your place. If you want to claim it based on your tone and cut, all of that, the Moors ran Europe for longer than these people ran.
Yeah, but the more still came from
There you
Africa.
go.
So
So
yes,
history,
they did.
we don't know
so
history.
it's so what you're saying is good. What you're saying,
explain your point,
what you-
explain your
okay,
point.
the point I'm saying is that
Yeah.
the maps have been distorted,
Definitely.
very much so. So one can't just look at the map and say this is particularly this size and that's that size. We explained that earlier. There is a difference with what they've done with the maps for the purpose of invasion and colonialism. You can look.
Oh,
you can look.
please.
You can look this up. You can look. You can,
coming back to that.
no, but you can look. No, but
No,
you can
no,
look it
listen
up.
to
You
the
can look it
argument.
up.
Can you say why they use the maps?
Because in certain maps
Yeah,
they banned.
He likes colonialism.
They banned it. No, but because look,
It's a crutch, innit?
because no, it's not.
Yeah, it's
No,
a crutch.
it's not.
I can't be.
Explain.
I can't be something because of slavery.
No, that's not true.
I'm not
You
saying.
can be
I'm
something.
not saying this is your. I'm not
But-
saying this is your argument.
yeah.
I'm just saying that's the argument of people
It's
that hold slavery as a crutch.
Islam. Okay, we could say Afrophobia is the results came out of colonial and the colonial experience. Islamophobia came out of a colonial experience. It didn't just arrive. They had that experience, the West, when they was in fighting and trading, the Muslims, they developed.
Because remember, you had a Crusader. That was before colonialism. There was already this kind of like battle and wars taking place before even
Under the guise of Christianity, though.
No, but you're trying to give colonialism
a time period.
a time. And I'm saying that you can't do that because they've all because
colonialism as well.
yeah,
Why
because
so much strength?
no, I'm not. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying no.
It's colonialism.
No, but you're no because we're not.
but that's the modern era.
Because
Before there was other eras of
we can say
man controlling the whole world.
No,
I'm saying other races.
We can say
Before the TV, you couldn't even send a message.
Mongo-
Everyone would know.
no because I think the word.
Could, but it take time though.
I think
like pigeons or
What
they
the
send.
Yeah, but
they send no, remember that's why you see when they send people, was it adversaries or they'll send a person to go deliver a message.
No.
Huh?
Yeah, but I'm saying that, like I said, every
No, but
civilization.
they would send messages around though.
Any militant
No, but
civilization
whoever
can do
needs
this.
to know.
Mongolia under Genghis Khan had Mongolia under Genghis Khan had a colonial
TV.
Mongolia under
Before TV, you couldn't even get a book to everyone. Couldn't get newspapers to everybody. TV is the only thing that's been able to get a message to everybody.
Yeah, unify the thinking.
believe
the same, believe the same.
Mongolia,
But it can backfire.
You
Because
check how many wars came when the TV was there.
That's true.
Yeah, but-
Propaganda.
Yeah, but Mongolia,
even back then,
Mongolia under
newspapers,
Genghis,
bro.
Mongolia,
Newspapers, bro.
Mongolia.
Remember, World War times. They was doing newspapers.
Do you know why? Do you know why? You talk about World War, yeah, cool.
but
There was the
it
radio and
circulates where it needs to
newspaper.
circulate.
But you see TV, yeah, down to the adverts. Have you ever watched a program on the TV, yeah? You're watching a film, say you're watching the Terminator, I don't know, or something like that. And then the first advert you see is a motorbike. Because they're even through the adverts, they're conditioning you to what you're watching. So it's constant. So
It's marketing.
Yeah, it's
They want you
deeper
to
than
buy
marketing.
motorbikes.
It's deeper than
Terminator's on a motorbike.
Yeah, he's on a
but I'm going to
motorbike,
place
yeah.
my ad because I sell motorbikes.
Half of our complaints
in
that
the
we
advert.
have, are based on the TV era. Half of the knowledge we think we got is based on the TV era.
No, it's true.
Before, it was
Everything we know
radio.
about slavery and that's
It's
based
true.
on roots.
No, but
How do you know it's
No,
the truth?
no,
No, but it's real, but it's facts though. How do you know that what you believe is even true? You could be living a lie, and I think this is where Islam
my
comes in.
point.
Islam unites us back to the Creator, and that's all we need to really
My
know.
whole thing
Jews-
is if people
Jews-
understood what-
Jews-
do you know that even-
Jewish people,
Even as
Jewish people.
Yes, even as a
Holocaust.
If you worship God, you're a Muslim. It does, you know that you're not
The one
it's
God.
It's got nothing to do with Islam.
I'm with
No,
you.
monotheism, yeah, monotheism, yeah.
I'm with you.
Worship
I'm with
of the
you.
one God.
I'm with you because it doesn't need a
Yeah.
label. It's
Yeah.
just something that
Muslim,
you do.
That's what the definition
Something
of
that you
Muslim
do.
means, isn't it?
I'm with you.
Submission to the
I'm with
Creator.
you.
Submission.
But I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
say
So what's a
every
Muslim?
group.
What's a Muslim? The definition.
Someone who submits to the Creator. Yeah.
So I'm
If
a
you believe
Muslim.
in God, you're a Muslim.
Yeah, but then you got you believe in the prophets.
So you don't-
the prophets.
Yeah,
No, but
practice Islam.
Yeah.
Then you would be.
But then you got to testify
Yes.
that you got to testify that
Yeah, I get
La ilaha
that.
illallah Muhammad
But every you
Rasulullah.
can't.
I get that.
Well,
That you
oh,
believe in all the
do
prophets.
nothing.
No, but
Yeah,
no, but
I
I'm
ain't
telling you
gotta do
to be a
I ain't gotta
actual.
do nothing.
No, but I'm telling you, look, to be a Muslim now, that's what you have to do. But
No,
but
you're saying I'm Muslim.
no. Look, I'm saying, look, bro, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, but no, but they say a child. Everyone's born a Muslim.
Everyone's born a sinner as well.
Yeah. No, we don't believe that, bro. Not everyone.
No, that's what you believe.
Innocent.
That's what
Yeah,
you
that's what
believe
you
according
believe.
to your beliefs.
Huh?
It's that's not. That's his beliefs.
Yeah.
Born
It's not
into
the same.
sin.
We're born into
But
sin.
if you're innocent,
Leave that
what
one.
sin are you born into?
That's what you're
Yeah, that's
innocent.
leave that one.
Sin.
No, but what sin?
Your parents sin.
No, you're bruv, because
Yeah, but that's your belief. It's
No,
his
but
belief.
I'm gonna
They're
tell
not
you our
married,
belief.
that's
I'm
sin.
gonna tell you our belief then.
If they're not married,
Yeah.
is that sin?
It's not.
If they're not married, is that sin?
Yeah, but is that a sin on
the
you?
child or the
I'm saying,
parents?
if they're
It's
not
not a sin
married,
on
is
them.
that
What religion was your parents?
That's their
What
actions.
what
So they're born into sin then.
What religion was your parents?
What do you mean? Were they
Like,
married or
who
not?
the
no,
child?
what religion were they? Yeah, religion. Yeah, religion.
He's-
And they
he's
Rasta.
born into sin.
Yeah, they
He's-
Rasta. And they Rasta.
Yeah, but he's in. Yeah, but that's
But he's
Religion.
innocent though.
See,
So-
he's in back
innocent
to
though.
me. That's how it works. So
Could be
your
innocent.
slate.
It's
So
innocent.
your slate is your slate, innit?
Yeah, but I'm
No,
born
but-
into
no, but it's
sin.
like- no, but
It's not
look,
saying
say-
I'm-
say-
it's not
say-
saying- I'm not saying I've sinned. I'm just saying I'm born
You're
into
born
sin.
into a world full of sin, is what you're saying.
No, I
And
was
that's
born
not all-
in sin.
Alright, say you was born in the marriage.
You believe that?
Alright, but say you was born in the
Born in
marriage.
sin.
Do you believe
No,
that?
If marriage isn't sin, I mean, if you're not married, if you're married and you have a child, if that's sin, yeah, then you're born into sin.
According to who?
Yeah,
It's
but
obvious. It's obvious.
According to the Bible. According
I'm a sinner.
according
Doesn't
to
mean there's no sin in this story.
according to a
I
Bible.
never said there is. I just said I'm born into sin.
According to
That's it.
according
There's a sin that happened and I was born in that.
everyone weren't born
according
into-
Straight in.
according to what though?
Some people's born in
If I wasn't
marriage.
married.
But
Yeah,
some
but that's
people's
according
born
to
in marriage.
It's some
according
religion.
to yeah,
That's what it says.
according to the Bible, according to the Quran.
No, the
If
Bible-
you was
the
if you was
Bible-
if you was
the
if your
Bible
parents
one's
was
different.
atheists,
It's like original.
No, it's not. But it's not.
Yeah, the Bible- the Bible
atheist
says
people don't
original
believe in that
sin.
stuff.
Yeah, the
they
Bible
just say
says-
man and woman came together and had a child. They don't think
Yeah,
about
Adam,
no sin.
yes.
They just living their life.
Yeah.
And
The
you're
Bible-
their son.
Quincy.
So it's according to the religion of that person.
Bro,
the
Buddhist,
religion
Buddhist,
about-
yeah, Buddhist
What
people
did you
don't
mean
believe in
about
that.
original sin? Did
When
you
Buddhist
mean
man and woman either married or not married,
born
they don't
into-
turn around and
like
say,
the
yeah,
Christian
our son
concept
was
of
born into
born
sin, our
into
daughter
the
was born into
original
sin
sin.
because the Buddhist man and Buddhist woman's not married.
You didn't say that because
My thing is that
Let's have one conversation again and
Yeah.
at once though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Two at the same time. It's mad. Something that we control.
Barbershop.
that's the chair. When I say born into sin, it's like again we're born into situations that are out of our control.
Yes.
Yeah, so
But you're still born in the sin.
that's what I mean. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
you know, like
If
so even
you're
if
Let's say I'm in
yeah,
the
if
sin.
you're-
yeah, the
if-
baby's innocent.
If you
But
are,
you're born into
but that
But what you're
context,
saying is
that
you're born in
context
the
comes
world.
from that context comes
Yeah.
from the Bible. But that context comes from the
you're born in the water. You're born in the water,
see that concept.
Yeah.
If you're born into the, you know what I'm saying?
But when you're born, you
Is
are
it-
born, you're clear.
You see the concept.
Everyone's state is everyone's state. Yeah.
if you was born with sin, I didn't say you're born with
Oh,
sin.
okay.
I
Born
was
into
into sin. You're born into sin.
Are you born in the
How-
world of
according
sin?
to who, though?
Yeah, okay.
Why didn't he say the world?
But
Because
according,
That's the world. The
that's
world.
the world is a concept.
you see the
Sin
concept.
is real.
But you see, no, but you see the concept and the idea sin.
So
It comes from somewhere. Comes from a culture and a religion.
Yeah.
So if I don't subscribe to that religion,
I'm
And-
not born into sin.
I'm not born into sin.
Cool.
Because where I'm from, it's not a sin.
That's nice.
So
But
Jay,
it's language.
You wanna,
Yeah,
if you
language.
Wanna, if you want to be oblivious to everything, like as a human, yeah, that's your
No,
business.
he just wants to be oblivious to what he wants,
No.
other stuff that he don't
And I
want.
understand
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's a choice as well.
Because the concept,
That's also a religion.
it's a concept that came from someone.
That's also
Because
religion.
if a Buddhist man and woman, either they're married or not married, when their son or daughter is born,
Yeah.
they're not saying, well, you're born into sin. It doesn't
Yeah,
exist
but bro.
to them.
Yeah, but bro.
The Hindu man and woman, whether they're married or not married, have a child, a son or not,
yeah,
it's
but
not
bro,
born into
yeah, but bro,
in
yeah,
their
bro.
language
None of us
and
are
in
born
their
perfect,
religion.
though.
Yeah,
We're
not born perfect.
So if you're born, we're not born perfect. So again, if we're born, let me scrap sin. We are all born imperfect.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Imperfect.
Yes, imperfect.
So let's scrap sin.
That's a more universal.
Universal.
Oh,
Because no one's
Innocent. A
perfect.
child's innocent.
yeah.
Okay,
that's
just-
So Jay, our concept
Yeah, we're
is
born-
that's perfect then.
Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
innocent.
because
The child's
no.
innocent. Yeah. Child.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jay.
Innocent.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, quickly, I was gonna take
Yeah, I know what you mean because the child is
You have to break
the
it
child
down.
has the child has to learn and it has to go through stages of error, mistake, and so forth. So thus, it's not perfect. It's still developing.
No, when it's born, it's pure. It is perfect.
Yeah,
So Jay,
there's two ways to look at it.
so-
So,
that's
it
our
gets in contact
concept
with the
in the
world.
sense that
Then it
the
starts
Christian
changing.
concept would be a
The
child
world
is born
changes
in
the
sin
baby.
because of Adam sinning.
depends how you look at it. Though.
Yeah.
We say that in Islam though.
The Christian concept in terms of look, a child is born in sin because of Adam, Prophet Adam sinning.
No, I'm not,
So-
I don't
no,
know.
so this is
what
what-
he's saying.
I'm not really Christian.
So in
man.
our-
I hear what you're saying.
I hear what you're saying. Still, it's angles.
Yeah. So in our concept, in terms of look, parents might have sinned, might have done a lot of things. Child is born pure and innocent, and we would say, look, okay, no sins attached to that child because he just come or she just come into the world. The other issue is in terms of look, going back to the issue of race, yeah, and children. Look at nurseries. Are children racist? No. Society then changes
Conditions.
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 To that.
The world
You
changes
understand?
the baby.
Yeah.
You can see that in primary school, they play.
Yeah.
Year 7, 8, 9.
Starts going.
By the time it's year 10 and 11,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
division comes
racist
in.
jokes.
Because
what the parents
yeah,
teach
comes
as well,
in.
isn't it?
The other concept was one thing with Quincy. So Quincy, going back to the Islamophobia thing, in one of the podcasts, Quincy was mentioning about radicalization. Yeah, jihad, Saifullah. Yeah.
It's a funny one. It's a good one. Still, it's a good one. I like
So
that.
in terms of sometimes, and this is going back to your initial point with the Babyullah,
Yes.
Muslims do actions which are wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, there might be very few in number. This is then further manipulated, exaggerated, and it demonizes every single Muslim, and then laws are brought in which are in
Well
line
said.
with Islamophobia.
Well said. Well said.
So
Well
that
said.
is kind of like, sometimes you can't, as Muslims also, just say, look, we're blame free. There are sometimes individuals, crazy ideas, wrong
But in
beliefs.
terms of what they
Well said.
That's
Well
Same thing like
said.
they do with black people, though.
That's correct.
Same thing where you say they
This-
copy
this-
the
this-
blueprint.
Yes.
But what people
Especially if
you
you're
black
at,
people do
especially,
things,
especially,
and what they say.
especially if you're
But you
at,
could
especially
never-
if you're at war with that group,
Yeah.
because there's an agenda to say, yo, I need to
You
break
can
this
never
group of
be
people.
guilty.
Yeah.
You can never be guilty
You
of what
need to,
people
you need
put
to
on
turn the
you.
people against.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that would justify.
You
That-
can, you can never be guilty of what people put on you. So when I'm saying that is that it's almost like because of where you are and the country you are, you've accepted to a certain degree what these people have put on you. Where there's a visual, obvious, crazy that disproportion on how they weigh up situations. Like there's some horrible situations, shooting, white man shot a whole thing up. Yeah, even that, look, I'm still saying white man, black man, even though I have a different.
Yes,
culture.
yes.
Language. You
It's
guys-
language.
Yeah, it's
Like
language.
I said,
That's what
it's
I'm saying.
language.
It's
English.
I'm still here.
It's language.
English.
English.
Yeah,
It's the language. English is off.
And that's not giving you a program.
Language of the program.
And English is off. Yeah. You see, if you're first,
Don't use the program.
if you're
Just gotta say black and white. Yeah.
if you're first-
Yeah, just black and white.
if your first
Yeah,
tongue,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if your first tongue
It's
was
true.
Wolof, you might express yourself differently, but you
But all I was saying,
born
in
these people
the
English.
point of anything that people put on you, if someone starts saying stuff about you as an individual, yeah, a group of 10 people start saying something about you, it doesn't mean that you have to accept that at all. There's never a point where you say, do you know what, sometimes I'm guilty of making them right. No way, because they've already unproportionately.
But sometimes you accept it though.
You've accepted
See
it. because
see when people
you
tell
think
you you're
maybe
bad.
Yes,
You're bad.
Exactly.
Your parents tell you you're bad.
We
Your
give it a
pe-
certain level of
teachers say you're
acceptance.
bad.
But listen,
Yeah.
But
condition,
now you start
condition
walking around
is so
saying that
bad.
I might be bad.
Earlier on, we said, look, me and him, we're Muslims, yeah?
Yeah.
You turn on the radio, it's a news bulletin, terrorist attack, terrorist bombing.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's not even a Muslim. Even then, they say it's right wing or something. But the first thing we think, Muslims.
Because of the
We
conditioning.
even conditioned like that.
And that's what I mean, like,
Yeah.
so we're accepting something.
Yeah,
and,
no
and it's
problem.
not right because, again, we can see the agenda. So if we agree partly with the agenda, they're slowly getting what they want, innit? If even people on our side is agreeing slightly.
Yeah, but that's
with-
manipulation, bro.
Yeah.
It's like the co-
That's how they man does. You know they say like Muslim terrorists.
Yeah.
They just call the blacks the slaves.
Yeah.
You imagine that was smoking.
And that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah, the slaves done
That's-
slaves.
No, but it's true,
That's
bro.
why.
Bro,
That's
you
why.
think the media.
That's why.
The media. Yeah. No, but brother,
The slaves done
That's-
something.
that's-
It was
that's-
the slaves done another
That's why.
But look,
That's why it's
That's
interesting.
not black. That's
That's
the black. The
that's
word.
that's
Slave.
why
Yeah,
that's
the
that's
slave
why
done
that's
this,
why
the
that's
slave
why
done that.
the Negroes.
Yeah.
When the Negroes
location.
say something like a derogatory thing like Negroes.
No,
Negroes.
Yeah.
Negroes come from Negroes, which means
And the
kids.
Muslims are terrorists.
Negro comes from Negroes.
No,
It wasn't always bad. It wasn't.
There's
That's
some
a
kind of
good
word that
point.
they use. There's some word that they
A
use.
good point. It wasn't
to
always
say,
bad,
yeah.
and then it became bad for what they used it for. They weaponized it.
How did they?
They made.
Well, it looks like we're using it.
Yeah, but we
It's like
started.
we enjoy it.
We start. We through
You know,
condition. We
Bruv,
start. No, we started
bruv,
to use it through.
where
We started to use it
experiment
through
gone wrong, bro.
through
No
conditioning.
conditioning.
We're well trained.
Conditioning.
We're well trained, bro.
Do you know what the conditioning
How does that work?
was?
What's the
Them
conditioning?
movies in the 90s. What up, nigga? Like before that, we was our parents were
They already had. They already had people
Yeah,
using
the
it.
music.
They already had
And
people
then
using it in
to say-
slavery. They already had people using it in slavery.
We wasn't there, bro.
It wasn't even on
Yeah.
television.
Doesn't matter.
It wasn't even on TV.
Records doesn't matter.
True.
I'm talking
You know
about
that? It
things I've
wasn't
seen
even
in
on
my
TV to be
lifetime.
saying.
Yeah, but don't matter.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
So wait, check this.
Some bro.
You're saying that I was okay. You're saying that we weren't there. So like, okay,
America
cool.
brought it to us.
So because wait,
These
so
are
so
in the 90s.
But what
England-
about America?
Watch this.
Man's our own worst enemy.
No, that's not true. That's not right. No. Because if
Because
England
in England there was no black people on TV.
England
You never heard the word
England colonized Ireland
No, but
in the
you
12th
would
century.
never-
In the
Never heard
12th
white
from the
people
12th
say-
centry.
You know Gollywog?
So
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what?
Gollywog.
You know Gollywog and that?
Yeah. Oh, but
I check this.
Bro,
England,
what is that? What is that?
England,
when they go.
That racist stuff that
I'm not
we
sure,
that we,
bro.
that we talk about, yeah.
And
that
we
stuff
just-
was
And
made
Bollywood,
in-
it was said in a cute way.
No.
In the same way there's in the same way in the same way there's
said by
racism.
them and not us.
It's
In the
Scum.
same-
Scum was the first
Scum.
time I heard him say something racist.
In the same way
Go
there's
on,
in the
Scum.
same way there's racism against
What did
blacks.
he say again?
There was racism against Jews. That's why Jews say anti-Semitism.
There's
There's
There was
racism.
a couple
There's
shows in
racism.
the 70s.
Let me ask you
There
a
was a
question.
couple shows in the
Where are they
70s that
from?
was like.
Where are the Jews from?
The real Jews.
No,
The fake ones now.
Jews.
The
They're from
Where are the
more than
Jewish?
one place.
Where are they? What's
okay,
their country?
okay, let me answer.
Where are the
Let me
Jews
answer.
mainly
Let me
at?
answer.
I don't
The
Exactly.
asking
No,
the case.
originally,
Wait.
Where
Let
did
me
they come
answer.
from? Who were the children
Yeah,
of
let one
Israel?
person answer,
Who were the
bro.
children
Can
of
I?
Israel?
Okay.
12 tribes.
The
12
Jews.
the 12 tribes of
The
Jacob,
Jews.
of
There's
Jacob.
one branch of
No, that's
Jews.
not the Jewish.
There's
That's
one-
the Jews.
There's one
The
part. There's
Jewish
one
are
branch.
different
There's one
guys.
branch of Jews from
fake ones you're saying then.
Eastern Europe.
The now
Hazel-
fake ones.
Where are they? Not Eastern Europe.
Wait,
What
before we get
country?
we
From the
start-
Caucasus,
yeah.
from the Caucasus
There's one-
Mountains, them ones.
There's
Where,
one. There's
man?
one.
Where's that, man?
Let me-
That's in Russia,
let me
Hey,
ask
does
you-
anyone want the answer? Does anybody want the answer?
want-
Does
I'm-
anyone want the
I'm
answer?
gonna give you the
I'm
answer.
gonna give you the answer.
There's one branch of Jews
School for?
from Eastern Europe, Khazar, Khazar,
Yes.
Ashkenazim.
Yes.
That's in
From the
Eastern
Caucasus-
Europe, from
Caucasus Mountains.
Caucasus
Yes,
Mountains
yes,
region.
Yes.
That's one group
That's
of
where the
Jews.
fake ones came from.
There's another group. Before I ain't saying that. I ain't saying what's real, what's not fake. I'm just giving
He
an
just,
answer.
bro, he just wants to say
Yeah.
where they're from. Come, let's go.
There's another group of Jews that Sephardim from southern
Zionists.
southern no
Fake ones.
southern no from southern
took it on
southern Europe.
to hide.
Southern Europe. There's another group of Jews.
There's too many places for me.
No, there's another group of Jews. Yeah, there's another group of Jews. Hold on. The Mizrahi. They're from North Africa. Then there's another group of Jews, the Falasha.
12 tribes.
They're from
Yeah, the 12 tribes.
Ethiopia.
To 12
There's another
places,
group of
didn't it?
Jews.
No, why did you say them last though? Why did you no? When you start talking about Ethiopia, that's the real Jews.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Jews.
Yeah, but
the ones that.
No, but there were 12 tribes, isn't it?
Yeah, but
No,
the
no,
12
that's the
The
original.
12
That's-
sons of
yeah,
Jacob.
because-
No, but remember, 12 of them, they've
You know
gone to
the
different
reason why I'm
places.
saying
Not
that.
talking about the
I'm not talking about the trade tribes. I'm not taking about
Those are the fake ones, bro.
The
Caucasus
reason-
Mountains.
see,
This
From
is
the
a waste
Caucasus
of
Mountains,
This
bro.
is a waste of filming. Like
See,
that.
before,
No, it's from the Caucasus
it's a slippery.
Mountains.
You see, I don't want to get into that because it's a slippery road. Before I start going into a people's culture and that group and saying, well, you're real, you're fake, you're this, you're that.
The fake ones, bro.
I'm not. It's not
Europeans
my
weren't
place
Jews, bro.
to say it.
Europeans
to
weren't
who qualifies a person to tell a group of people that they don't belong to who's real from who's fake?
That's why they should do it to us.
And that's why they shouldn't do it to anyone. But it becomes a slippery rope when you
We
go
don't need to
around,
do it either.
and we don't need to do it either.
need to be the
And that's
right
why,
way.
and that's why I don't want to
We
continue
need
that.
to set
Yeah,
example.
but bro.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
why I don't want to
if-
continue
if
that
they don't-
practice to
bro.
walk around the world wagging my finger saying you're real, you're fake.
Yeah, but bro,
no,
if
you're
they
not
don't
real thing.
ascribe to the teachings of their book, then you're not real.
It's not for me to play
If they
their
got a
judge
new
though.
book,
That's
if they got
God's.
a new book
They'll find out what's
and
real
create
from
a
what's
new
fake
book,
when they get to the
you're not real
afterlife.
then, bro.
It's not for me to tell them.
If
You
you
understand?
follow- if
I'm
you-
not so
if you're
judgmental
doing- if you're doing
to try to
things-
peer
if you're
into somebody
done-
else's
if
cultural
you're
world
doing things
and start wagging my finger about
that
what
God
they're doing.
said
that
don't
they're
do.
not.
And I'm not. And that's why I say
Yeah.
when I'm asking questions is because I can if you ask me like what countries are Muslim, yeah, I can kind of give you some Islamic based countries like where they celebrate. Like, you know,
Okay.
If you ask me what Christian countries are, I can probably give you a couple names for what countries are more Christian based.
I'm with you.
And then where it stops there. If you understand what I'm saying, like I can't like I can maybe find where the Sikhs are. I can find where you know what I'm saying. There's the Buddhists are. It's
Yeah.
a bit. It's very
But bro,
kind
you
of.
see with the Jews.
Go on, wait, let me finish. Let me finish.
No,
Let me finish.
but I'm gonna
Let
answer
me
you,
finish.
but I'm gonna
Hold on.
answer
Let me finish.
And they're Muslims in all different countries.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
but
Which country's got? Which
So which
country?
We're talking about a base. Like this is a Muslim country. This is a Jewish country. Yeah, but bro,
yeah, but see the Jews. See the reason why. Okay, I know what you're getting at, but the reason why the Jews never had that because they got different history, and their history they lost their land, their nation, so they didn't have one for a long time. They got kicked out.
They was
hold on.
told
They
they're
got
not
kicked
allowed
out.
to.
They got, hold
they're
on.
not
Hold
allowed
on. They got kicked
to
out.
have a
They
land.
got
bro.
kicked out by the
They got told
Roman
the
Emperor in
cri-
70 AD.
They're not allowed
They got
to
kicked,
have a
they
land.
got kicked
bro.
out of that land.
Where was
Palestine. They got kicked out of that land 70 AD. And then they never had a land. They were scattered. They were living all different places in the
Creator
world.
said they can't have
Then
a land.
after World
They're not-
War,
they're not
then
allowed to
after
have a
wo-
land.
then after World War II, they
This
through
is
the urgency.
This is his
through the-
story now.
Yeah.
Look at his story. Through the
Let
Zionist
him have his
Wait,
point. Don't let him
now.
have his point. Let him have his
Wait,
point.
you want to get the
And
answer?
then
You want to get the answer? I'll give it to you.
Go on, give his story.
After World War II,
Then Israel. Now
They-
we established Israel.
You got.
That's not their land, bro.
You might as well not talk, man.
Yeah.
No, go on. No, go on.
You
Go on.
can't just
No, 'cause, bro,
jump.
I'm gonna
You
give you
can't-
the facts.
yeah, but
Listen
you
up,
wait,
listen
but you
up,
can't.
go on.
Yeah, but you
Go on,
can't
let
just.
him get his point
And
out,
you're
go
just
on.
trying to jump on the people. But
Go on.
I'm saying, wait. You got your you get your chance.
I'll give you the facts, bro.
After World War II, through the urgency after Hitler,
The Balfour-
Hitler and the
the
Nazis was
Balfour
killing them.
Declaration.
They felt the need now that was the last straw. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. They said we need a land because we ain't going through that again. Then they established.
Can I just
Go on.
hold you while you say that?
Go on.
Then this is what confuses me sometimes. So I'm like, how come no one just says they're German? Because everyone's point quickly goes to Hitler was killing them.
Yeah.
So, and no one, when I say to them, where are they from? No one says to me, Germany.
Because Israel's made up of more than one group of
I didn't
Jews.
say they weren't. I'm just saying when it comes to defending what
But
happens
it's
to
like
them.
Muslims.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
They're all
Because
different
deep down,
countries.
because the reason being,
Hey, Muslims in all different countries.
yeah, but the reason being,
So are Jews.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah, but the
no,
reason
but
being,
some
Jews-
but the reason
no, but
being,
that's right.
the
Some
reason
Jews-
being,
I'm not knocking that.
the
I'm
reason
saying
being,
it's also
the reason
I'm
being,
saying
they're
how
Jewish.
comes
The reason,
Hitler-
the reason being, they're Jewish first, they're German second. They didn't
Listen to people.
accept.
I'm not knocking that. So
Yeah.
I'm saying the story of Hitler was based. Was Hitler's story stretched?
They're not the same group of people.
No, I didn't say it was. I asked you this. Was where Hitler did his thing? Where was that all over the place? Or was it Germany?
No, it was Germany. It started from in Germany.
Yeah,
The beef was with Germanic. He started the beef was with Germanic Jews first.
There's a blood
No
line.
problem. That's what.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm getting
saying,
it.
You
Come
got
on.
about they're spoon feeding man his story anyway.
Yeah.
So like if you don't go and do extensive history yourself,
100%.
all you got told was this is what happened to the Jews and it happened in Germany. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm saying some of the things where I feel like they attack whenever someone
It
says
wasn't just
something.
in Germany.
No, it wasn't just in Germany. It started
That's what
in
I was
Germany.
asking.
Yeah, but you asked me.
Russia,
It started.
Germany.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I know
started.
Russia, all
It
around
started.
them.
They don't
You asked
teach
me.
that.
It started. They do. They
That's what I
do.
know. That's what I
They
know,
do.
bro.
They do teach you that in
That's what I know,
school.
bro.
He started.
Then educate
that's
me.
what
He started. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
He started in Germany.
So it did start in Germany.
Yeah, that's where he started.
That's what I'm saying.
You
That's where
understand?
he's from.
He's well,
that's where he's
he's from
Who?
Austria, which
Who?
are
Hitler?
Hitler's from
Okay.
Austria, but Austria is part of Germany. He was Germanic Austrians. Because Prussia,
I didn't even know that.
Prussia is bigger than Germany. Originally was under the Prussian Empire, and it had all these type of territories.
Yeah.
When Hitler was on his campaign,
Yeah.
he was taking back certain territories that was already under
Yeah.
the Germanic Prussian Empire.
Yeah.
Before that, they lost. They had a World War One. They lost territory, and German people was upset about that. And this is why, when Hitler came on the scene and he rose to the top and became their leader, he wanted to get revenge and take back land that was lost by his people in World War One.
Cool.
You understand?
And
So
you fully informed me.
yeah. So you understand? And wait, hold on. There's more. Because slyly, he believed, if you want to call it real or unreal, propaganda or not, that the Jews had something to do with the Germanic people losing power. Either they kept withheld information, or they had certain business dealings that was in some way, in his mind, felt was harmful to Germans.
Do you think that Hitler's actual aim was distorted over time?
Yes, I think absolute power corrupts. And as time goes on, if you start to deem yourself as all powerful to the degree where you're above mistake.
No, I'm
So
saying,
wait, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Was
I'm
his
getting
story
there.
distorted?
I'm getting
Bro.
there. Was his story distorted? His story
Bro.
was accurate. Was accurate. His story was accurate. His story was accurate.
Who told you Hitler's the enemy, bro?
Thank you.
His story was
That's what
accurate.
I'm trying to
His-
get to.
Who told you he's the
his
bad
story-
guy, bro?
his-
That's what I'm saying.
His story
He
was
might be
accurate.
the good guy. How about that?
His story.
We don't know.
his
How
story-
about that?
From what we've seen over time.
Because his
How
perspective.
about that?
Because
Because
How about that?
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
He might be the good guy.
For us,
I'm
though.
saying
For everyone.
I'm saying
He used to say things
perspective.
like,
Didn't they say Kanye's calling his album Hitler?
yeah.
I don't
I'm saying
Maybe.
it's all
Kanye's smart, you know. Kanye's smart.
It's all.
He's
But
smart.
you know what? I'm
Kanye's
saying
smart.
some of the people that we told was the enemies. Like, as children, Like,
It's all perspective.
I was, even as a child, I was scared of Saddam Hussein and Hitler.
Come on,
you know, I used to think they were the same guys, like Al Pacino and De Niro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all perspective. Okay, look, watch this. This is how simple it is. What country? Watch it. What country is your parents from? What country are your parents? What country are your parents from? Your parents, grandparents. What country are they from?
Kenya.
Yeah. All right. Was it Kenyatta?
Yeah.
All right. Kenyatta to the Western world, they might have had a perspective of him.
That's right.
So when Kenyatta died, they would have wrote something and say, yeah, this is what we think of Kenyatta.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Kenyans, they have their own story and they read.
Yeah.
They got their perspective of Kenyatta.
Yeah.
So it's all about perspective. When Robert Mugabe can use the same thing, they've got their version of who they think
who said he's
Robert
the bad
Mugabe
guy?
Dan. Robert Mugabe is.
Weren't
And the
Mugabe
Zimbabwean
meant to be Hitler? Weren't he meant to be Hitler? But
Zimbabwean
hold on.
people-
Ain't that his country though?
Zimbabwean people, before
Why
we
you
get
there?
Before we get into that,
Who are you to say he's Hitler?
That's what I'm
And
trying to say
that
to you.
He's the enemy, but
I'm trying to get to you.
You're in his country though.
They ain't friends.
And they took Kanye out of the two swords and left Hitler in there.
Yeah, but they see how it all goes. It's all perspective. It's all agenda. Mugabe is bad to some people. He's good to someone else. Hitler's good to bad people. He's good to someone else. Gaddafi's good to some people. He's bad to someone else. It's all perspective, and depending on who you are, where you standing,
Where your power is.
where your power is.
There's a question, Jay. So I mean, in terms of going back to Hitler, so say his story, it's a story in terms of he was against black people, he was against gypsies,
That's right.
he was against a Roma
There's
people.
no evidence of that.
Yes, there is.
I've never seen that.
Yes, there is.
I've
Read
never seen
read
him
the book
say-
Mein Kampf. It will tell you what's on his
But
mind.
then again, it's a book that someone wrote.
Adolf Hitler, his book, wrote. It's famous.
Did Germany have any
Mein
slaves?
Kampf. Not someone writ it.
Did Germany?
He writ it.
Wait.
And he was his
Germany
personal
was
ideas.
Germany involved in the slave trade? Just from my perspective. Was they? See, when all of Europe was going everywhere to go and take black people from Africa, was Germany there?
Look,
I don't think there was,
look,
you know,
look,
bro.
look,
I don't think there was no German. I'm just
German-
talking about what I see. I deal with what I see.
Germans.
Was
I tell you
Germans-
what. I tell you why. You're telling me.
Do any countries in Africa speak German now? I know they speak French,
I think there
English.
is.
It was told that they had
Botswana speak German.
Namibia was under German. Yes, I'm very sure. So this is
I've
not
never heard of Germany
this
being involved.
this is not Sun newspaper.
No, but I'm just
This is
saying
historical facts.
I'm just saying.
This is
I've
recorded.
never heard Germany
Facts.
involved in
You
no.
don't question anything historical, bro.
No, but there's evidence to prove. You see, if there's evidence to verify something,
I'll ask you one question.
yeah,
You don't question nothing historical.
of course you can question it, but you have to. But through
No, I'm saying, in the time we're living in now.
through deductive
Do any African?
deductive reasoning.
First search says speak German. Look, I didn't even have to type it.
Who speaks German?
I don't even need to type
Oh,
it.
okay.
No,
Look
I
at that.
didn't even need to type it. No.
So
What was it?
No, all I
Through
read
the-
was do any African.
Google.
and it's just already come up.
Recording
Speak
everything.
German.
Yeah.
Look,
Google's just
Straight.
recording everything.
See,
Why would Germany?
so
Namibia.
obviously I do question
Namibia.
history. I do question
was that because of the
history,
slave trade though?
but it's
was
all
that because of the slave
research
trade? Or did
and
they go there as traders?
Scholarly
learning. It's gonna take.
learning.
You gotta take.
Is that even scholarly? Is that a word?
No, I think
Yes, it is.
I think it is. I think
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Scholarly.
So
Scholarly,
yeah. So if you're gonna try to do things in a certain type of organized way, you're gonna look for research. You're gonna different methods of trying to acquire information. And
No,
you're
no,
gonna,
but you're talking about everything's been history, and my thing is that
no, but we're talking about the past events.
no, I'm not knocking you.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm just saying that there has to be. It's not a problem that we can read as many books as we want. Yeah, but it's in between the line, within everything that you read. And when you read in between the line of some of the things you read, you can find a new place to read. Like once you find a new angle, you it's you open your mind and you open your mind.
It's a search, innit?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know what smacks it as well? You're probably someone that in school you would have killed me. You would have killed me. Yeah, you would have. You would have been an A-star student. I probably would have been all over the place. But I realised that way of thinking, that it's not all bad.
Limited.
Yeah, the way I'm saying.
You're not limited.
Yeah.
The ones who get all the
like,
answers
man that
correct.
Man that did good in
Perfect
school.
slaves, bro.
Do you get what I mean?
Perfect slaves.
I understand where
Yeah,
you
so
can think
the-
outside of the box.
So the world always gave me bad
Grades.
reviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
For thinking like
Because you
these.
don't fit in.
Maybe you was exposed to a subject that you wasn't interested in. It's all about.
No.
Jay
I
Prince.
will question the teacher. I will question the
Yeah,
principal.
yeah. Where's the facts?
And that's
Give me
why they
facts.
chucked me out of church and they chucked me out of school.
Yeah, but they will not.
don't
the
question.
I had were actually valid.
Just accept. Don't question. Just accept.
What are you saying?
Just
See?
in terms of going back to,
Comment.
let's say, principles,
Mm.
you know, in terms of, let's say, it's Jews or others, key principle should be, and I think you alluded to it, in terms of, you know what, one race,
Yes.
human race.
Yeah.
Quincy kind of alluded to it maybe in other podcasts in terms of, look, different friends he has and different people he had their backs with. So we've got to give a kind of narrative to the public, to youngsters.
That's
Look,
right.
it's unity, it's
Unity.
understanding, it's talking, it's discussion.
That's right.
It's okay. Read history, but also think.
But now.
But also crucial. That important in terms of what the Jews have been through, connecting it to Islamophobia, what the Palestinian Muslims are going through,
That's correct.
and then when the Palestinian Muslims try to defend themselves,
That's right.
that becomes what?
Terrorism.
Terrorism,
Exactly.
and it gets in the narrative of Islamophobia and so on.
See,
Yeah.
So what's the kind of negatives do you think Islamophobia does to the community in that?
What does it do?
The
In
negatives. does
a
it
lot,
do?
a lot. I mean,
what
I
you've
give
seen.
some. I know he
Just
doesn't
an
like
example.
Jay don't like the term black, but I compare similitudes.
Yeah, but what's an example?
An example would be people are scared. You know, women can't. Now it's become cool though. Yeah. You know, now
What's become cool?
Islam
Inferiority.
because what's happened is
Islam's become cool.
yeah, in the mainstream media, you got rappers who are Muslims, you got celebrities who are Muslims, you got footballers. 7-8
Yeah,
years
but
ago,
cool to who?
to the masses, Akhi. Seriously,
Masses?
to the masses is oh, it wasn't like this 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would say South London had a big part of making
Yeah.
Islam cool.
Yeah.
Because the people that they looked at a certain way.
Well, cool.
Yeah, and even though they watched them transition,
It's
the
a,
Muslim thing that came out of South London is a movement. If you understand what I'm saying. And when you actually come to you lot's areas, the things that you lot do, as like the mosques do, and things like that, they're inclusive to the whole community. Like in my area, it's not that. I'll tell you that.
what area is that?
Holloway, Finsbury Park, you know, like all of these different places.
Was it like just
I've never
Somalia?
been in the Finsbury Park Mosque. I wouldn't think I could even go in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But when I come to you lot's areas, if I'm with on the you lot, we can just go there, see what the community is doing, tell them
Yeah.
like, we've got ideas,
Yeah.
tell them knows I'm not a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like practicing Islam, but he still knows that I'm up for if there's an idea. He's like, do you know what? Boom! I've got an idea. I want to show what the community is doing. I want to show what the mosque is doing for the community, things like that. And we're always ready to do things like this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the culture of Islam in South London is different.
and remember, some of those brothers from South London, let's say from Brixton specifically, they've got friends who are in industry, yeah, or they've got friends who are non-Muslims in industry.
That's right.
So they've kind of like made Islam look cool. So I think South London has
Is it
had a
cool in the
big.
right way?
What-
Is it
what
cool
is-
in the right way though?
Yes, what do you think about people like Dachavelli?
Or is it Muslim?
Yeah, because they took the shahada.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
Anyone
but
who
do you
becomes
think these
Muslim,
people are taking it for the right reasons though?
I don't
I
know.
don't know what's in a man's heart.
Yeah.
What's the right reason?
I don't know what's in a
Right
man's
reasons,
heart.
as in
You can't question. If
As
he's
in
a believer, he's a believer.
because he really wants to submit to God.
Some
But
people-
he might be not doing it just because of, like, I don't know, could be for protection
So
or
one
Only
thing.
Allah
to
knows
stop
that.
getting cancelled.
Only Allah
You know
knows
what's
Or
gonna
people to
happen?
leave me alone now.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
action
him getting
brothers.
cancelled
His
made him
actions.
realise,
Yeah.
feeling alienated, maybe pushed him to God.
Yeah,
Two
no,
things
that's
quick-
possible.
Quincy,
But some people, some's not like that though. Some is for so I can be
Alternative
cool with
motives.
everyone,
two
Yeah.
points to
and
that.
everyone's gonna love me because I got people supporting me now.
So Quincy, two things to that. One is like what the brothers mentioned in terms of, you know what, God is a judge, Allah is a judge. So we're going to accept that. But at the same time, this is going back to you, kind of like another podcast of yours, your issue with some of the brothers inside and what happened and what made you kind of like step back and so on. Being a Muslim don't mean I'm going to allow and side with another Muslim to oppress. Yeah, mean, you know what?
That's a very good point.
This guy wants to beef Quincy because Quincy's not coming to the mosque or something.
Yeah, he's not Muslim.
Yeah.
He's not Muslim.
Or he's not a Muslim. No, akhi. Don't go and oppress.
So what,
Don't use
what
the
would you
deep
call that though?
oppression.
That's
Pressure.
Yeah, so that's
Somebody
not,
with their own with manipulation. Somebody with their own agenda.
Yeah.
That's contrary to
The
what
only
the
thing
faith.
would be, the Prophet said, look, you're still brothers. Yeah? And the wording he used, if you're oppressing or the oppressed. So this, even the companions, you know, like his disciples said, what do you mean? The oppressor. We can understand we're oppressed.
Yeah.
So they found it strange that he's saying that. He said, look, how are you a brother to that oppressor? Stop him from oppressing. Yeah, so let's
Very
say
good point.
you know this guy Dutch or somebody else is a Muslim, but they're doing wrong things or they've done, brother, you gotta stop this.
Yeah.
You can't be doing
That's
this.
how you help your brother.
That's how you're gonna to allow another Muslim to just
Oppress someone.
oppress somebody. Nah, you're not doing the right thing.
Is that what you said there? not enough people. That's not said enough. People
Yeah,
don't hear that
But that's
enough.
not, and it's not
And it's-
practiced enough.
Yes, because a lot of people
You know what I
they
mean?
don't hear that enough
Huh?
for it to
And
register.
you see, that's the kind of stuff that happens that affects
And that
people's-
adds
affects
to
people's-
Islamophobia.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
Well
So
said.
they do a
That-
disservice
that
to
wrong
Islam.
practice, yeah, you do
Running around
disservice.
robbing people, and it's like
Yeah.
some of them might not be Muslim.
And then the
It's
good
just- it's a
Muslim
trend.
gets a
You know
good
when
Muslim.
someone-
Wear the scarf,
when someone
roll with the
gives their life-
robbers.
Some people just do it for the sake of.
But when someone gives
What's
their
cool,
life to
isn't
God, I think just that initial stage of them giving their life to God, I think it should have some sort of protection around judgment. Like if it's gone to God,
Well said.
Let's see how it goes.
Well
Yeah,
said.
Rather than-
that's how people should think. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say before. Yeah. That's how you got to think.
Say that again.
You know, like there's certain
Yeah.
decisions
People
where there should be some sort of shield around that decision, and one of them should be going to God. You know, if a man gives his life to God,
Yeah.
that should be
Like
it.
his
One
intentions.
Of the decisions that
A
say
man should keep
that
back and
kinda-
say, okay,
depends on
let's
what
see.
they've done as well,
Give it to
but
God.
it should shield your judgment on them
Yeah.
because it's giving your life to God.
No, but then
know what I'm saying?
but you judge someone
But what
according
if
to
it's
their
not that, though?
actions.
Huh?
What if it's not that though? What
No,
if
but
they
that's what I'm
come and
saying.
they've done all
But
of
didn't you hear
that?
what you just said?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah,
everything,
But you,
everything,
bruv,
everything.
opposite
We
to
just
you
said,
judge
but
people
then
according
you
to
judge
their
them according
actions.
to their actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how you judge them.
Exactly.
And you see what's so interesting? It's like
'Cause there's
You
a
got
lot of people
Jews,
that-
you got
see
Jews,
in
check
prison,
this.
No, you see in prison. I saw a guy turn Muslim, yeah. So the other brothers don't mash him up because he had beef with the brother. But then when the next set of brothers came in the prison, them man there was beefing them.
see, and
So
so
you get what I'm saying?
yeah, I get what you're saying.
So you got brought in to stop beefing your brother, but then once you settle down here,
Now
you
you
got
got
your
more
feet under
beef.
the table.
Now you got more
You
beef.
got a little bit of power and you got control of maybe, I don't know, maybe through money or financially. You know, in prison people are doing life. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some people more rely on this person, that one. You got a little bit more power. Now when your ops come in, who are brothers, you're still beefing them.
Yeah, but you see what? Yeah, that's another
Still
thing.
beefing.
Such
See,
as a
That's
tool, isn't it?
another
See,
thing.
in a man, what's in a man? See, what's in a man?
Islamically, we're not supposed to spill each other's
No,
blood.
so that for me,
Yeah.
that guy there, he was using.
yeah,
He
no,
never had
he
ill
was
intentions.
using it
Because
to
if a man,
navigate
if a
himself
man
around.
saved you from the rest of your brothers and made it peaceful, how are you now not using the same
Bringing peace for the
As
other
for
for the
brothers.
other brother,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you know
yeah.
you bear witness to you
I
getting
think
saved
yeah,
could be.
because of the love of the brothers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say. You
Because
got
that's
that.
the that Muslim could be a fake one.
That's the thing.
That Muslim
You're
could be a
dealing-
fake
you're
one.
You're dealing with
No, of course.
ill human beings, ill-hearted
Mm.
human beings. I'm talking about individuals. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about people who are always going to be human, and depending on their reasoning and whatever they do, and their actions that come out of it,
Mm.
that's how you're going to be able to determine and read who they are. The fact is, yeah, Allah's not a man that he's sleeping, bro. Like,
Mm.
things will come to pass.
Definitely.
Everything will be seen in the end.
Mhm.
Do you know what I'm saying? And you will always see who a person is and what they're really about,
Mhm.
regardless. Yeah.
But
You
then
see
That
why-
is
but
not
you
the
see what I said?
characteristic. That is not the characteristic of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam or any of the Sahaba.
But I
See what-
realize though,
see what-
you see the proper pious, the righteous brothers, the good brothers, yeah, they have less power in them places, bro.
Yeah.
See,
You get what I'm saying?
you're making a very
Yeah,
interesting.
so-
You're making a very
So,
interesting.
yeah,
But
yeah,
put
yeah.
that
Making
into
a
the
very-
world
They're more
now.
quiet. They keep to themselves and
Yeah.
You're making a
they-
very,
they-
you're making
they
a
don't
very,
hang around with everyone,
you're making a very, very,
Because
very interesting
they
point.
don't-
They don't want to get drawn out into
They don't want to get drawn out. They being maybe
They
in
will
jail
get
for
drawn out.
something serious.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. They're
But,
jail,
I mean-
they're jail for something
Well,
very
they're just not,
serious.
they're not
but
subscribing
see
to
all
that.
Yeah,
They're not in it.
They're not in it.
It's fake tribal
But
thing.
they ain't got no more power. They ain't really got power to tell everyone this
See?
is not happening. That's not
You
happening.
see what's
That's
in,
what I noticed in there.
Jay
see,
mentioned
It's
something
like the
about
man that's
being
on
a man.
stuff. They
See
have
what
now
we're trying to
power.
say with that.
you see what's,
What was that?
But
You know,
they're
so
not-
by the
but
end
they're
of the
not
day,
carrying-
Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
but they're not
And then the
carrying
group's made of more of them.
Yeah.
you see,
Do you get what I'm saying?
see, well, you see what's interesting.
Because if your thing was more, if the group of you is led by more pious and righteous people, there's gonna be more pious and righteous people in the group.
Yeah, but look,
When it's led by more people that are
Can you let
on one foot in
I
one
just
on
want to
one
say
foot
one
out,
thing real quick. Just
using
relate.
everything to their advantage, then everything gets a bit messy.
I just want to say one thing. Just
You
relate.
got
Just
it,
relation
yeah.
to in relation to what you're saying. See, this is why I said that going down that road of like, raw, this is fake, that's real. It's a slippery road because it can apply to anything.
No, but
As,
like you
watch
said,
this. Watch
I'm
this
going
though.
by your actions.
No, but I'm going by. I'm
Tell me
saying
what
that though.
really fake
I'm
is
saying
and
that.
you
I'm saying that. I'm saying that.
Whatever you
No,
do,
man's
you're
a
showing
man's
who
a
you
man's
are.
a man's heart is a man's heart. Man's heart's
But
good.
what's
If
in
a- if
your
a
heart?
man's-
But
if a
there's a
man's-
saying in
yes, I
Islam,
know.
what's on your heart will manifest on your
Yeah.
limbs.
So if a man's heart, if a man's
So
heart's
it'll show on your limbs
if a
what's in
man's
your
heart's
heart.
clean,
So when a man says,
He's-
"Oh,
he will do.
I believe, but he don't pray," or like, it's in my heart, okay, but what's in your heart will show on your limbs.
if a man's
People are acting.
Manifest it.
if a-
in
yeah,
your
some
actions.
people are acting. If a man's heart's clean,
Everyone's acting.
if a man's heart's clean,
And that guy, as an example, must have been acting.
yeah. Because
We
if a
don't
man's
know.
heart,
Because they forgave
He
him.
might be real, but he
And
just
when
he
no,
might
no,
be,
they forgave him when his
he
box
might be
came
trying to
in.
survive.
They was, no.
He might just be.
no, but listen to what
You
he
know,
said.
prison
When-
rules is different. He might just be trying to
Bro.
survive.
But he came in, yeah, the brother that he's got beef with is a loved brother. Man saying, yo, brother, you take your shahada now, and it's all forgiven. We live in harmony, everything's good. You don't forget your beef. He's doing that. 2 years later on, his ops comes in the jail. He's a brother. Now him and these ones that are close to him are attacking that guy.
Oh, so they're actually attacking him.
So look,
No, they're attacking the
So
The one that just came in, they're attacking the one that came in. They're attacking the one that's just come in now.
The man's gonna speak up, you lot, so he's not gonna get to see.
just 2 points. So one was Jay was trying to say something about we're men. I wanted you to kind of elaborate, and then I'm going to touch something on that. Just before you left, you said,
okay.
you know what? Yeah, at the end of the day, we're men. Yeah.
Men, you know, we're men, we're human.
Okay.
So we're flesh.
Yeah.
No, we're not God.
So that's Q. A lot of they're human beings.
Yeah,
Some
but
of
I
them-
gotta take things for what I see.
No, true.
Yeah.
I can't take it for nothing else.
Yeah,
I can't take it because
Yeah.
people would like it to be like this or
Yeah.
very
It's not for you to
fairy
take
or
it
very
either.
rare.
It's
No,
not for you to take
no, it's
it.
not
But
for
it's
me
your
to take.
experience.
But what
Your
I'm
eyes
seeing
saw what your eyes
is
saw.
making me make my decision.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But
That's what it is.
His point.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Ubaidullah's
Do
point.
you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it based off what I'm seeing,
Yeah.
so I know what I'm doing for me.
So look,
Yeah.
initially,
If the group's if the group's decision is made for us, that's what I'm working with. If it's not working with us, I can see that and I can make my own decision.
And you see what you just said there.
Simple.
You see what you
You
just
get what I'm saying?
you see what you just said there. It applies to all different groups, all groups, because you judge people on their actions and so forth. You judge Rastas on their actions. You judge Christians on their actions. You judge Muslims on their actions. You judge Hindus,
I
Buddhists.
don't need to judge them because I'm not nothing to do with them. But I'm saying if I'm here with the brothers and this is what we're talking about and this is what we're supposed to be doing,
You're gonna talk off your knowledge.
You're gonna talk off your knowledge. What you
and then if man's not moving right, then I'm gonna make my decision.
Yeah.
yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That'll
And
push
then-
you away from Islam as well.
But
Yeah,
It's like,
and
these
that's
men aren't
and
real.
that's what takes you away because of
Yeah.
other people that
yeah,
exactly,
Puts a
bro,
few
because-
things to that. One,
Because
They'll get
if
sin-
we're-
they'll
if
get
we're
sin-
holding
they'll get
hands
sin for
together,
that, though, you know?
yes, if we're holding hands together
Yeah.
and we're trying to move forward, yeah, but then when I'm not looking, your hat's behind there doing something else, yeah, and then you come back and put your hand out like that. I'm like, rah, bro.
yeah.
Like I gotta start thinking different, bro.
So Quincy, look,
You
you
get what I'm
mentioned
saying?
something
Yeah,
that
that's
made
true,
your laugh
that's true.
that
You
you
get what I'm
be
saying,
judged
bro?
by the
Like, I can
actions.
clearly see it, or shall I just say, oh no, what?
No.
We pretend I can't see it.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
let's
it's
just do it.
fairyland.
Yeah,
no,
let's
it's
just-
real.
let's just
It's,
do it for
and
the
I
brothers.
think a
Let's
lot of
just
Muslims are
do
in
it for the
fairyland,
love.
bro. A lot of us are in fairyland because, like, even like for example, certain masjids, I'm not gonna say their names, but it's like there's no progression. It's like, bro, it is what it is, bro. Like it's that man wants to be in this fairyland, like, but it's like no, bro. Like things ain't adding up, bro.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Alright,
How do you know that your
Alright,
brother?
just say we was meant to go on a piece of work, yeah?
Yeah.
And everyone's got their job, yeah? And I said, yeah, you hold the gun. And then when we're walking in, yeah, he tried to throw the gun in the bush and I see it. Am I supposed to now pretend that I didn't see that?
Your eyes saw something that he saw.
Yo, brother,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
he don't really want to, he's not really in with us.
Yeah.
Quincy, look, so
yeah.
a few
He's not
things
really
that-
in with us.
Yeah.
We just spoke like we was together,
Yeah.
said we were going
Yeah,
to take all
yeah,
our risks,
yeah.
all our families dependent on
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
We're going out there and you've done that.
Quincy, so one thing he mentioned, look, you know what?
So you
You
know,
know what I'm saying?
You
you know
judge,
he's not
you
down
judge
then,
by
yeah.
actions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Well
is
said.
right.
So I
Now,
can't
a person
pretend.
comes in, fine. You know what? You give him the benefit of the doubt. He's
Yes.
taking Shahada. He's a Muslim. Fine. There's a level of brotherhood. It doesn't mean there's no level of brotherhood for anybody else. It don't mean because this is my brother, I'm going to oppress somebody else. No. Okay, I got a extra bond. It's like you're from Brixton. So Brixton man, you know what? I got extra bond from Brixton man compared to somebody from Lewisham or from Tottenham and so on. There's an extra bond. But actions. Prophet Muhammad said, look, two statements, peace be upon him. One is, there is no iman for the one who doesn't have amana. There is no deen, religion, for the one who doesn't have promises. Meaning, if you don't keep your trust, you ain't really got iman. If you don't keep your promises, you ain't really religion. In another statement of his, he said, the sign of the hypocrite is three. When he speaks,
He lies.
they lie. When they make promises, they break it. When they're given trust, they never fulfill it. In another narration, when they get into an argument, they start swearing. Meaning, you know, when you start seeing actions, start saying, you know what, wait a minute,
Yeah.
is this brother really on it or not? Secondly, You're in this. You're in a group.
Yeah,
you're in
but
the job.
what if the most of the group, that's the common language, so it don't really matter no more?
That should give you to
Do you
say.
get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Like, that's what we do, we swear.
That's
We
why
say
you
this, we
stay
say
away
that.
from them,
And
bro.
then it's like, no,
Bruv.
but what if most of the
No,
group
but you
is
stay
made of
away,
that?
bro. I'll tell you back.
So
You see
that's the
back in
common
the,
language. So when a man does start swearing, all them signs of being a hypocrite, yeah, that's the common that's the common thing for everyone. So me now even seeing that and thinking, oh yeah, but that's wrong. Now I look like I'm the one with the problem
Yeah.
because that's just normal. It's
Yeah,
normalized.
But
Well,
that's
if
the
you're-
that's-
if-
no, but that's the
if you
environment.
join- if
That's
you-
the brothers you dealing with.
if
Because
you-
see back in it, see,
No, it wasn't brothers I was dealing with. It was where I was.
yeah, with your environment.
Yeah, it's
see,
where I was.
See, back in
You
the
know what I'm
day
saying?
when I became Muslim, yeah,
Mhm.
I was in Gypsy Hills. All the Gypsy.
I couldn't have turned Muslim if it was like that.
You know, because you feel fake.
No, so when I did turn a Muslim, the feeling was completely different.
Oh, so you became
It
Muslim.
was love, yeah, it was
Oh,
love.
mashallah.
That's how I became Muslim in 1993, bro.
Oh, okay.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
When it wasn't,
No
like you
hype,
said, it's
no
cool.
hype.
Yeah.
There's no hype.
Yeah.
It was just a feeling of
Islam.
we're
What
brothers.
it is. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
love, and it was feeling, bro, it felt, every time I was in the environment, it felt holy.
Yeah.
Just being with brothers, talking and the feeling. Even when you go in their cell and you start talking about stuff, it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
See, would you want to be?
Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Would you,
But that vibe later on
Yeah.
was not there no more,
Yeah.
bro.
would you want to?
Do you
Would
get what
you
I'm saying,
yeah.
bro?
today?
You
Would
see-
you today? Would you want to be Muslim?
Today,
Yeah.
Before
In
you-
comparison to
before you answer that
99, in
question,
comparison to
before you answer that
993.
question, I would say, look, those people that you're around, those that snaked you, judge them, but not the religion. Yeah, this is what it is. They done those actions. Yeah, the same will apply to Christianity. You can't just say, look, Christians
That's
do
correct.
this.
Yeah,
can't,
I'm with
you
you. I'm
can't.
with you. I'm
Same
with you.
thing. Those
can't.
Muslims who done those actions, they're in there wrong. But it don't mean the deen is in
And
this
that's
wrong.
why I said don't take it on.
No, but I
when they
think-
give you these titles,
Yeah.
and then we always say, oh, but we make it. We don't
Yeah.
make it. Like sometimes even black people
yeah, I
say,
get you.
we don't help this. We don't help our
Fully
stereotypes.
understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
You know
you.
what I mean?
I'm with
It's
you.
like,
I'm with you still.
How can you help a stereotype that was put on you?
But you see, you can do that though.
It can do that.
100%.
100%.
No, a stereotype can affect you on how you are, but you can't. How can you affect? How can you say how the stereotype is affecting you? If you go in terms of like, how can you even know that? Oh, I'm feeding into the stereotype. Do you get what I
Yeah,
mean?
behavior and actions of a group is very powerful because it can leave either a positive or negative impact on someone.
Yeah, and it's comfortable to conform.
Yeah.
Quincy, I've been Imam for 23 years.
But that's where
Yeah.
rappers calling themselves
How many
niggas come
people
from.
have kind of like,
23 years, that's just probably
Conformed.
yeah,
yeah.
but
imagine
how
that.
many people have kind of like, let's say, you know what, snake me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Young
close that
brothers.
you've helped,
Young
but you know
brothers
what?
and that.
Yeah.
Because they're people
But
still.
you know what? I just say, look, okay, that's that person. But
true.
the deen is different.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And look, I've known you.
Mhm.
Even sometimes some brothers have told me.
Mhm.
I've mentioned, you know, and they've kind of like,
Mhm.
what, Quincy?
You see?
That guy's
Mhm.
this and that. That guy's this and that.
See?
I said, look, but with, you know, I've got positive vibes.
Mhm.
I've met you for a, you understand?
See?
That's right.
So it goes both
Yeah,
ways.
it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what a person's sitting down thinking like,
And the more you
yeah, and
work
some
with
people are like,
person-
no,
Most of
yeah.
them guys don't even know me.
And this is it.
That's the
This
funniest
is
thing
it.
about They don't even
This
know
is
me.
it.
But
You
you
see?
know solid.
Go on.
No, but you see how it does.
You see, but I see how it
See?
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's like it's the religion talking as well. Like you don't even know me. They don't
Yes,
even know
yes,
me.
yes,
And
yes.
People are talking bad about me. They don't even know me.
You
Alright,
know,
alright. Check
No,
this.
like,
You don't know
it's
because you
down
don't
to talk.
because you don't know what's in the
I say,
man.
man, they're talking.
Because you don't
because
because
they don't know me.
because you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know what's in
yeah,
the
yeah,
yeah.
because only God
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
because only God knows what's in a man's
This is what
heart.
we talk. That's what
Yeah.
it's saying.
Only
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
only God knows what's in a man's heart. The
Everybody.
person, but they don't know. what's in
Imagine
the heart.
you're saying you're talking about a man, yeah,
Mm.
and you know. So you know a man from road, and I'm not talking about a brother that's not pious. I'm talking about a pious brother. You know a man that comes from the road. You know what it was like when he was younger,
Mhm.
but you know him because you grew up with him, and you see the change
Mhm.
in what he's done with his life, and you see where he's gone.
Mm.
Another man will see that same brother,
Mhm.
just like how they said, "What Quincy?"
Mhm.
They will see him and say, "Red Tech,"
Mhm.
but you know him. You know him differently. You know his badness,
Mhm.
and you know his goodness, and you see where he's gone.
Mm.
Yeah, but they're still looking at this guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. But even in that badness,
Do you know-
sometimes,
do you know what I'm saying?
even
Go
in
on.
that badness, there's countless. We're talking about
No, but they don't know your character.
yeah,
What
yeah.
was I gonna say?
But even in the badness,
You
sometimes
judge by the action.
there's a
as well.
qualities
Mm.
which they sometimes don't see or they fail to see.
Yes.
So one brother today, he said, "Look," I said,
Yes.
Well said.
because he wanted me to do something. I said, "Look, you know what? I'm looking Quincy.
Mhm.
Why are you linking Quincy?"
Mhm.
It's not the other brother who said, "Well, why are you doing that? You know what? This and this."
Mhm.
I said, he's a one-man soldier. He's a soldier. I respect that. He keeps his ground.
You
I
know
said,
what?
to me, that's a
Well,
quality.
let me finish. Wait, go on.
So no, I'm just trying to say, you know what?
Yeah.
Because I see that
But
positivity.
you know why? 'Cause you-
But he could-
similar
that-
people. You know, like I can compare Quincy to yourself because I know your positioning. You're both people that are your positioning. People come to you as well. You know, like you're both looked at in a certain direction as well. You know, like when you looked, people look up to you both. You know, like, and then even just you as a man. So forget your position and what you've done. Just you as men have a lot of relatable things because of what God's called you to do. You know what I'm saying? So just between that, you can see those sides of him. You know, like they can't see that because they don't really understand you as well. They don't really understand. They see the person that's teaching them how to be good, but they don't understand the experience behind the man. You know what I'm saying? If they understood the experience behind the man, they would understand why you understand him, and why you can relate. But again, sometimes when they see you do all the positive things you do, they forget. They purposely, like conveniently, forget the experience behind the man, and just would like to see what you're doing now. And know the stories, but they don't like to. When people don't feel like they've achieved as much, or they have as much people looking to them for hope, they don't feel like they can relate. And then when you're a good person, you're a man like that, where you've done certain things in a certain way, all people try to do is pick at you and try to find the bad parts. If you notice, when you're in the bad side of your life, no one's trying to pick at you, no one's trying to find the good. Or no one's trying to pick at nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just try to, they kind of respect you when you're an arsehole, if you know what I'm saying.
You're happy you're failing. You're happy that you're
If
failing.
you know what I'm saying. When you're just
Company.
got the wrong spirit in you, but when they see you doing the right things, and making change, that makes people feel even worse.
Yeah.
They start thinking like that.
They're happy you're failing. They're happy you're flopping.
Just understand
Yeah,
when you're growing and you're
Yeah.
doing good.
Yeah,
and you're
if
doing the
it
right
was before, if it was the old version of the person they're talking about, you wouldn't even talk about him.
That's right.
You'd be shaken to even mention his
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
But now, because the man's doing good, you're doing all this little picking
Now you can-
and saying little things in places that you think you can say them to try and tarnish a man's character.
But
But
no
when
one-
it was all terrible, there was no talking. And that's what I think is bad about even people. That's what they don't even understand about people that are in positions like yourself and like yourself, because they don't understand what put you to be there. And I'm sure all of you, but I'm just trying to, you know, like everyone's been through things. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just trying to give you an example of why when someone would say something to him, he's not like he's brushing them off like right.
You see the person that's criticizing. You got to ask that person that's doing the criticizing. And are they good?
Are you alright?
You understand? Are they good? So, as much as someone's gonna be criticizing and talking about me, someone's gonna be criticizing and talking about you, someone's gonna be criticizing and talking about everyone. But it doesn't. But the person that's that's what I'm trying to say to you. So the person that's doing all that bad mouthing, you understand? Are they a good person?
No.
Are their heart clean?
If their name was mentioned, you might even be like, who?
You understand? Are their heart clean?
No.
So this is what they got to look in the mirror and ask themselves.
Facts.
Because
Facts.
see, I was careful about judgment.
And that's why I said
Because
your love comes from-
yes, it is from within, from the heart. So when you're going around and saying, "Well, you're passing judgment," you understand? Remember, I am not the Almighty. I'm not the Maker. So my word ain't final. The Maker's word is.
That's right.
So a person's opinion is just that. And it's based on what's ever going on in their head or what they've been raised and conditioned to think.
Judge them
About
according to their actions as well.
usually, yes, according,
pick up your opinion of
but
people
sometimes
by what
it's
you
about
see.
a person that they don't know. It's about actions that they misrepresent or misinterpret those actions. They think someone means A, but the things B. We had that conversation earlier, isn't it? When we said about
And your life
you
options,
could say
your
love.
life-
Yes.
You know the options that you got for tomorrow?
Yes.
Is God's testimony to who you are today.
Yeah.
See?
Options you got for tomorrow.
The options
Yeah.
you have for tomorrow is God's testimony for who you are today.
I'll say something to add
What
to
does that
this.
mean? What does that mean?
I'll say something.
There's some people that ain't got no. There's certain options that
They got no-
for tomorrow.
Yes. They ain't got nothing going on.
Certain people, and I don't mean, and some people that's not able. It's not mean that there's judgment put on them in that way. I'm just saying just the way that we misunderstand the little things, the little blessings that God gives us. You know, God gives us blessings, and however where we want to look at it, but God gives us blessings in a way where our options are limitless.
Limitless.
So wouldn't you say that's more
Well
testament
said.
to the creator and not to you?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
It's
Like,
a testament to the creator.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
God blesses
Okay.
man.
The
A
testimony in
woman.
our life is our
Yeah.
options for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Powerful.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
not, it's not just about what's happened before or today.
Yeah.
So, Ta, what's your last
That's right, the whole thing.
on what do you think?
I think unity is important. Love, care, and try not to don't judge people by their outlook, by who they look like, or what you think they are. Judge them by their actions, and also don't judge them too harshly either. How about that?
Facts.
Do you know what I mean?
About you, my brother?
I'd say the same kind of thing, but just really, just like my barometer is what the creator and the prophet, peace be upon him, says is what's right and wrong. So whatever is within that barometer, that's how I judge myself, not by whatever men say or what society says. So they could say tomorrow that paedophilia, yeah, it's okay now. So it's like, okay, well, what does that mean? That's okay now because homosexuality weren't okay the other day. So now it's okay. So okay, well, I'm just rolling with whatever's okay today, innit? My barometer is what the creator says and the prophet, peace be upon him, says, and that's what we should kind of, judge our, live our lives by. Otherwise, we're always going to be drifting and not knowing what's true, what's false, and what to believe, and just being confused.
Yeah. Strasser?
Do unto others that you would like done unto yourself.
Yeah. Jay?
Yeah, I just think stay open-minded and realise there's a lot to learn. And like every day is a lesson, but be grateful. Grateful is the gate to happiness, and just give thanks for every day.
Man, you have the last word.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on. It's been a good experience learning from everyone. I would say my take on this would be, we need to create environments where people are not marginalized, whether it's through Islamophobia or racism, especially kids. We said we call it fitra, natural disposition. They're born with goodness, they're born with love, they're born with unity. So we need to now, through our discussions, engage with them and make sure they all come together. Leaders like yourself, Quincy, I don't know if he told you, I phoned a Talib one time. I said, you know what, I ain't too happy with Quincy. He said certain things, this and this. Did you get a chance to speak to him? But I said, you know what, I think he's getting into the narrative of hate and division. It shouldn't be. Those brothers who are hating on him, let him be. Let them be. Let him do his thing. He's doing something positive. So we want you to
That's
just
very
push
good.
it, bro. Push it forward. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well said.
You sure you ain't got nothing else to say?
No, you could.
What are you, bro?
You're looking at me saying I should
What
add
about
something.
it?
Well, I could add something to. Well, we've got material, a lot of good information that we could use now to our advantage. If we got the right intent, we can change this narrative, we can change this reality, and we can make the world a better place that we would want to see for ourselves and future generations to come. Perspective is very, very important, and sometimes what we see is not always what we know. There's a powerful I wouldn't say proverb, I would say story in the Quran when Nabi Musa alayhi salam walks with Al-Qadir, and it speaks about perspective. What he thought he saw,
Interpretation.
That wasn't
and interpretation,
What you see.
the angel kept on correcting him and saying, that's not it. It looks that way to your eye, but you can only see so far. This means this, that means that. And he had a wisdom that Nabi Musa alayhi salam never had. And it was all about perspective and interpretation and perception, which is very powerful. People think they overstand it, but they don't. They're limited in they're eager to want to see something. It must be this. He must be that. She must be this. Yes, which is very difficult sometimes for people to do, because they might lack the wisdom. I mean, it takes time to develop wisdom. You have to be steadfast in your learning and disciplined and be around people who know more than you to kind of guide you and educate you. Company is very important. You know, the right person, you know, can produce the right kind of student. The wrong kind of person, he can produce a nightmare.
That's true.
And that's why what I was going to say is basically what he said is, you know, being able to have these platforms where we can speak to each other and create a good environment to get through things.
Powerful.
For me, that's important. Because one question I wanted to ask here is, can you be a Muslim, not Muslim or Islam or however they want to word it, and still have love for the West?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good
You
question.
can love your country.
Yeah,
That's a good
love
question.
your country. Is that?
So look, sometimes
Yeah, no, but
that's a big.
This
I'm
is my
saying
country,
it because
bro.
I know there's people
There's
that
people that are
don't
very
think that's
pro-
possible.
Q, that's a big.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You alluded to it in your kind of like
Yeah.
podcast. So this is where I think you were out of the room. We were discussing it before. There's agendas, agendas of hate. Bro, you're from here. You've got a mum and a dad. You've got cousins. Some of them or many of them might be non-Muslims. Are you supposed to hate them? No. You got ties
My
of
family's
kinship.
half and half.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
the ties that you have to keep.
So this is the thing. So that agenda to say, look, you got to hate them because they're non-Muslims. No, that in Islam. Yeah, a woman came. She was a female companion, Prophet Muhammad, and her mother came. She said, "Messenger of Allah, my mom's a pagan." He said, "Be good to her, man. Be good to her. Accommodate her." You know. So yeah, it's about unity and love.
It is. I think that's what it is.
And it would make sense as well for you to love where you're from, for everyone to come together easier.
The Prophet Muhammad
Makes sense,
said-
innit?
Can I add another thing? You see, like, in Islam, yeah, it's so in depth. Like, we've got like examples from different stories of the Prophet, peace be upon him. But like, say for instance, like we're in England and we're Muslims, and we've got a peace treaty with another country, and they're Muslims, and that those Muslims fight another country. Say for instance, I give you an example. Say England, we're in England, and we got a peace treaty with Russia, yeah, and then or France, for example, and then I'm just trying to give an example, yeah, and then Russia fight France, and they're Muslims. We can't now fight for France. We've got a peace treaty in place, so we don't break our oaths and break our treaties.
You don't break your words.
Even though it's France ain't Muslims and they're fighting Muslims. We've got
can't
to
get
jump in.
No, because you made a
We've got a treaty with you.
Okay.
So there's rules, bro.
Yeah.
There's like honour and like, and that's
Yeah,
one thing about. See, look at Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the revelation was revealed to those people. Those people was known that they had certain traits which was very, very honourable. They're like days of ignorance was very extreme, but they had certain traits which was like, if they take you under their wing, if they promise that they're gonna protect you, bruv, they're gonna die, bro. Like it's like that. It's like their name, their honour, everything. It's like you're under our protection,
Yeah, I get you.
and they would die.
Not like Jay Prince and them and the...
Nah, not like Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? So in regards to like fighting for your country and defending your territory, it's like, bro, this is my country, bro. If my country goes to war, then I'm gonna fight for my country. But the thing is, it's like, who's our country led by? Who are they trying to make us fight? So it's like, bro, this
Yes,
ain't
what if
my-
they send you over to...
I'm not fighting for these leaders.
But you know what I was gonna say about the
This is
religious
my
books,
country,
yeah?
though.
Religious books, yeah. There's what's said in the word, and there's what's said by the mainstream of what you want to see about.
Well
religion.
said.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well
Because
said.
With Christianity, there's things that you wouldn't even see unless you're actually a Christian. You wouldn't see.
Well said.
If you're not part of the Islamic group, you wouldn't even know what Islam's really about.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things with religion. Unless you really want, if you really want to know about it, go and see it.
Yeah.
A lot of things that's going to be told to you about anything. We think that you to be a Buddhist, you might know kung fu. You know what I'm saying? They don't
See,
come-
and you got
but they don't come with
yeah,
it,
and they
you know
don't come
what
with
I
it,
mean?
and then people, and there's a very powerful thing you're saying,
Yeah.
because people automatically think they develop an idea of what they think something is,
Yeah.
but they might not have intimate first-hand experience of what it is, and they haven't been to that part of the world.
You understand? Or even
Where-
a group of people.
yeah.
So if you really want to find out, go and see, because again, it's just like that with any other culture, any other people.
Or,
And
or Jay, somebody's giving interpretation Which is his understanding.
That's my point.
And
Yes.
he manipulates you.
That's right.
So now
And
you're
then-
just looking at it from either someone's manipulation or just an understanding.
That's right. And then you got,
Right.
and then you got, and then you got people that they get influenced by the Sun newspaper,
Like you.
BBC,
Like you.
BBC,
Like
no,
Like you are.
BBC,
Behind
ITV,
the scenes.
ITV.
Religion-wise, I'm saying like even religion-wise, like a Christian really can't be against anyone from Islam because they still believe in Jesus. It's not like they don't believe in Jesus. They believe Jesus was a very high prophet. It's not like they don't believe that, but these things are not delivered to Christians, so they don't really understand.
But there's a big difference though.
Rest.
They worship a partner with the Creator. They worship a man.
But do you know that in the Bible it says, "Do not worship me, worship the Father."
That's what it says.
But they're not following
That's
that.
why I said.
But
what
the
it says in
similarities
the
too.
word-
The similarities, Akhi.
Oh, okay.
The similarities.
Similarities.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying to you.
yeah,
See?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
go and see what the word says rather what people than what people are
Because
saying.
you know
Yes.
you said Antichrist.
That's what I'm
Sometimes they
saying.
make
But when you look at
Muslims
the
be
word-
the Antichrist. But we don't
Yeah.
hate Christ. We
Yeah,
don't hate
yeah,
Mary.
yeah, yeah.
Mary's in the Quran. The
Yeah.
chapter in the
Yes,
Quran.
Yes,
So my
yes,
thing is,
100%,
when you
100%.
see
There's
that's
more
what
similarities
the
and
Quran
differences.
says. It's like this. It's just miscommunication a
Yeah,
lot of the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So sometimes we're being divided by somebody that's somebody else. Somebody's divided.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes we've been divided unnecessarily.
do you understand?
And
Because
sometimes
the fact
there's a lot of
is,
political
necessary.
agendas.
A political
Agendas.
agendas.
Religion.
So it's for us to give the information on why we're not
like that,
divided.
you know what I'm
We're not
saying?
divided by race. We're not divided by. We're connected by love. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to sign up. QB or not to be. Thank everyone for coming.
Take him to the tower, take his head off for pissing me off. Yo, I said, who can it be? I said, it's cause of the luck. Take him to the tower, take his head off for pissing me off.
Yeah, and see what was really going on before you make any judgments. Because it's like even like a rebel in Africa. It could be a rebel that's killed all 50 man. But do you know why he turned like that or what happened to his village?
Do you know what I noticed,
Do
bro?
you get what I'm saying to you?
I
Like,
noticed, bro. Everybody has an opinion and everybody has a voice, but not everybody is qualified to talk. Yeah, you need to sit
Yeah, a lot of
down,
people say
bro,
things
and you
that
need to
they're
take the
qualified
tests,
to say.
bro, and you need to be here. You're not. A lot of people are not qualified to talk. And what I've seen about Brixton, yeah, and a lot of people that are
lot
talking,
of unqualified
and a lot
people
of the old-
talking.
and there's a lot of unqualified people that are talking bad on people that they.